Hey man, welcome to Fried Fat. Deep Fat Fried. Tonight's episode is all about the crazy and insane ways that people like to get high. From toad licking to I don't know, some other stuff. I don't remember. Just watch the fucking show. It's Deep Fat Fried.
Deep Fat Fried. I'm your host, TJ. With me, as always, is Fat Guy and Other Guy. Boom!
Can you at least call me Old Prickle Bush? I'm kind of starting to like that. Oh, nickname.
I saw you did a stream called that. You know,
yeah.
Old Prickle Bush. I came up with another nickname for you. What the fuck was it?
Wasn't it Wisp? No, that was you.
No. Whispers McMillan was me. He came up with
McMillan, dude. I forgot about Whispers McMillan. And
you forgot about him, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Come on.
I created I at least named Whispers McMillan. TJ created him. Whispers, please.
Piece of shit, motherfucker.
Paul, I see you've done your homework for this episode.
Prickle Bush.
I've seen Paul's been doing his homework. TJ, you been doing your homework for this episode? You remember the homework I gave you?
I don't know, Scotty. What you think, old Prickle Bush?
What do I think about him? I'll tell you what I think about him. He ain't nothing but a lion. He's a lying, yellow-bellied coward.
Old Prickle Bush don't give a shit what nobody says about Old Prickle Bush.
Fuck, what? I came up with another name for you, and I don't even remember it now. Whatever. I came up with one that I liked even better than Old Prickle Bush, but I guess I didn't like it enough because it slipped away from memory, so whatever.
Must not have been great.
Yeah, it must have sucked dick. I was probably really high when I thought of it. I was probably like, whoa, that's a good nickname for Paul.
TJ, are you high now? Are you high now, TJ?
I'm working on, no,
I'm high as a fucking kite, Scotty.
I have legal tobacco vape
You
here.
need to smoke some legal tobacco, TJ. This is like weird ways to get high. If anyone here is sober, they just need to leave.
Yeah, fuck sobriety. Fucking
Scotty,
sober ass.
Scotty,
sobriety show.
Bitch motherfuckers.
The very fact that you would insinuate that I would be sober hurts my heart, Scotty. You know
I'm sorry,
me.
Paul.
You know me, Scotty. I don't do sober. I have 5 minutes of sobriety every morning when I wake up, and I hate every 5 minutes of it. And then I get high, Scotty.
It used to be 15, but okay, it's 5
Okay, now it's gone down to 5.
Pretty soon it's gonna be Paul wakes up to like a bowl.
I'm gonna, yeah, dude. Just immediately get stoned. I'll have 10 seconds of sobriety.
Paul, you need to hire someone just to do that. That's like your wake up call. Like they come into your room, like they like your pillow's all fluffed up.
Dude, if I had a Peyton, that's what my Peyton would do. Pack my bowls and fucking curate my weed all day long.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're my official weed enabler.
I'd be like, hey, Paul's Peyton, go roll me a fucking joint. And I like literally wouldn't want to hear a word out of Paul's Peyton either. So, like, I wouldn't want to be. I don't want to hear the yes, sir. I just want to hear the sound of the door closing behind them as they go inside to fucking roll me a joint. Like, that's it.
Paul retires to his lanai, TJ. He's out there. A roaring fire, of course, is built for his comfort. Several joints have already been curated, ready for his smoking. Obviously, some bowls packed as well.
Some wax, various types of crumble and shatter in case I want to do a dab. I want a nice gravity bong on hand, and I want it all laid out every morning before I awaken. And I awaken at different times. I awaken from between, like since I've been here in the bunker, I've been awakening in the morning time, like at 8, 9 a.m. and getting out and getting and I would need it prepared. But the other day I had a really long, late night, and I didn't awaken until 11:30 when I had to come and meet you guys. Half an hour before I had to meet you guys. So, but I would need in either instance, I would need the buffet to be fresh. So this person would have to be ready at a moment's notice when they heard me stirring to proffer the weed to me in all its various forms. And I would choose at that moment. And even if I chose the same one every day, I would want the buffet, because one day I might change and I might want to dab. And if there's no crumble on the table, my Peyton is fired. Fired.
Gone. Get out of here, piece of shit. Get.
I need a Peyton.
No crumble.
Can you ask Peyton if he knows any other Peytons that are willing to come to the bunker and be my Peyton?
Yeah, but you got to make sure that you don't allow him to speak, because then they'll tell you shit like, Johnny Depp, Willy Wonka is way better, I think.
He'd be fired. If he fucked with my mojo like that as my weed curator, fired.
Right. I mean, that's fucking
can you imagine that? Like, Paul, you wake up and it's like, good morning, Paul. By the way, the Johnny Depp, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I'm sorry, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was far superior to that child.
He's fired.
Yeah, it's like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
You're fucking gone. Get out.
You're too dumb to work for me.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because like the curator of weed that I want to hire is like the curator of my vibe all day. When I'm looking down, he needs to be watching me unobtrusively. And if I'm looking real angry, he needs to bring me that fucking sativa to brighten me up a little bit. And if I'm looking real like in pain, like if I'm wincing a lot and like, he needs to bring me that indica for its nice body high properties. You know what I mean? And that's what he needs to be fucking spending his fucking time doing.
They make lotions infused with THC.
He should rub them on my muscles, my sore.
Like, this arm.
Yeah, if he sees me, dude, I do. I have a bursitis in this elbow, so it hurts me quite a bit, and I'll be like, My Peyton would run over with indica infused lotions to rub my weary muscles with, and if he said a fucking word that fuck with my vibe, he's fired right in the middle of the fucking lotioning. You're fired.
Damn. That's
my
hardcore,
vibe
man.
must be maintained at all time. If he says anything out of his mouth, it better be a positive thing. It better be agreeing with me about something, or yes, sir, or right away, or whatever the fuck, and even keep that to a minimum. You know what? Can I just sew his mouth shut and his ears so he can't hear the honeyed sweet lies?
Yeah, dude, make him like the terrible Wolverine version of Deadpool, where it's just like, his mouth shut. He's not allowed to talk.
I like it.
Oh, yeah, great, wonderful.
What's wrong, Scotty? Why you sit down, Scotty? What's wrong?
Oh, man, we.
Why you sad, Scotty?
Scotty, Paul.
Chin up, buddy.
Look, man. Paul's talking about freaking sewing people's mouths shut, and that's scary, man.
It's not scary, dude.
It's scary, dude. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh no, man.
I think it's pretty fucking scary too. That's just me personally.
It's like a skeleton. It's like a skeleton just popped out. I don't know.
What, TJ?
That sound makes me think of skeletons popping out. I don't know.
You guys smoked a lot of weed. You guys smoked a lot of weed.
There's a skeleton right there. That's why it was.
Oh, that skeleton? Okay. Well, shut up, TJ. We're doing an episode here.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
Shut up. Finally, TJ, for once, you shut the fuck up. I don't even know what to do now. It's one of those moments where you feel on the spot like, oh, shut up. You're like, oh, shit. Oh, fuck. How about this shit here, TJ? Snake venom, dude. What do you think about that? You want to get high, TJ? You want to fucking smoke some weed?
Let me just say this. So it depends on how do I fucking have to, like, do I drink the snake venom? You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing with it? What kind of high is there? And, like, what are the side effects of that high and the potential side effects of that high? But,
a venomous high
I mean, maybe in small amounts, the venom is like pretty harmless, but it just gets you fucking kind of high, you know?
Scotty, I want to let you know I took my homework to fucking task here.
Good, dude.
I'm very, very, very. I'm ultra. I'm at probably like a Paul 8, which is pretty rare. A Paul 8 is hard to get to. Paul 8
is like a normal man's like 20. So
right, yeah, that's like a you going to the hospital. That's like a normal man going to the hospital at a 20.
I have a story that will illustrate this. All right.
Yeah.
So like we got some cookies one time,
brownies,
not too long ago, or it was cookies. How about the cookies here? Because the cookies, to me, like,
grandma's cookies.
If I have one of those cookies, you know, I have to have like the most I can do is like half of one of those cookies. Paul was eating them cookies like they were going out of style. He's just like, I've eaten like 10 of those motherfuckers. I'm fucking great.
I didn't eat 10 in a day, but I was eating like there were days where I ate 2 or 3 of those cookies in a day.
Right.
Easily.
And literally, like, I could only eat like, if I ate half of one, I was just like fucking
obliterated.
I couldn't function as a human being. I'd just be like wandering around aimlessly. This snake looks high. So, I mean, like, obviously.
Now, I will say this.
The snake's high as fuck.
Where's your rip, Scotty?
Where's my rip, dude?
You got a rip too. We're all ripping.
I've been doing it, man.
I know you have, but I think you need one more rip.
Yeah, what the hell? This episode's about getting high. You should be getting high.
It's fucking lighter, dude.
I don't know what that was. That's my new thing. I go, I'm going to stop now, actually. That era is over.
No, it isn't.
Paul stole my shit, motherfucker, dude. Always stealing my fucking classic Vicks. What the fuck?
And tonight, the man that stole our hearts with Paul's Ego Parky in the Billionaire's Ball. Bum, bum, ba-da. TJ's just like destitute, eating a tin of beans, living under a bridge somewhere like that motherfucker.
I came up with I invented it. I invented
TJ, do you still have the Los Lobos thing on your soundboard? Do you still have it?
Los locos kick your ass! Los locos kick your face! Los locos kick your balls into outer space!
So TJ, snake venom is a fucking saliva cocktail of enzymes and lipids. That's fats, TJ. You know what lipids are, dude?
Yeah, I got
you have plenty of experience with it. You got a lot of experience with it.
Lipid Central here.
I take Lipitor. Is that something to do with lipids?
Yeah. You got too many lipids, Paul. This concoction.
Well, I guess Lipitor soaked it all up. Sorry, go ahead.
What do we do? Scotty, tell me how to get high on a goddamn snake venom already. Come on.
No, I just love it. So, of course, this, you know, the way this venom is made, it changes from species to species, how deadly it is, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
The venom comes in a number of varieties, such as hemotoxic, which is damaging tissue and preventing blood clotting. That's no good. Cardiotoxic, causing cardiac muscle depolarization and irregular beating. And neurotoxic, yielding temporary paralysis and breathing cessation.
That one
sounds like the one that gets you fucking high,
it's
right?
It's pick your poison. It's like, how am I going to kill you? Oh, you just can't move, and now you stop breathing.
Well, which one gets you high? Because this is about things that get you high.
The neurotoxin gets you high.
We're fucking.
It's got to be the neuro,
TJ.
right? You get the neurotoxin, you rub it on your balls or something.
Fucking TJ. Look, man. I don't know what your fucking problem is, buddy.
My problem is I got all these. Scott, I got a cage full of all these different snakes. I need to know which one to fucking use and how, so I can get fucking more. Well,
I'm gonna fucking get to it in my fucking time, TJ.
All right.
Time.
Well, these snakes
you
are getting
fucking punished me with some horrible episodes lately, TJ. Look, I don't want to fucking point any fingers, but you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
Right.
He is a terrible fucking person.
He really is a terrible person. I'm sorry, TJ. You're a terrible person. We all know you're a terrible person.
Who cares?
You're terrible.
Yeah, that's great. I just want to know how to get fucking high on snake venom.
You're asking who cares. Okay. I care, TJ. I care about you.
I care. Raise your hand if you care. Oh, shit. Even your fucking skeleton cares. TJ, what the fuck?
TJ, you care, TJ. TJ, you care.
I bet if Peyton was there, his hand would be up too.
They care about you, TJ. A lot of people
Everyone cares. TJ, the whole world's hand went up.
Damn.
So how do we get
TJ?
How do we get high?
All right, so that's how you get high with it, TJ. Let's get to it.
Thank God, finally, yes.
Man, calm down, TJ. Calm down, TJ. I'm trying to get to it, man. I'm trying to get to it. TJ, stop. So due to numerous variations in the protein components of snake venom, not all snake bites yield the same physiological result. Rattlesnakes often contain hemotoxin, while cobras typically contain neurotoxin venom. Cobras are often mentioned in reports of snake venom being used as a recreational drug. See? It's the cobras, it's the neurotoxins. There's a little bit of biochemical background suggesting this recreational use works.
Hell yeah.
The ideally named cobra toxin, a component of cobra venom.
Dude, wait a minute. It should totally be called Cobro.
Cobro?
Yeah, dude. Dude, you want some Cobro? Hell yeah,
I don't know, my brain just went there.
That
Cobra
sounds
toxin.
fucking awesome.
I'd like some Cobro.
So what it does is it causes paralysis by preventing the small molecule of acetylcholine from binding to your nicotinic this some shit acetylcholine receptors, shutting down synaptic transmission. A temporary low-level paralysis is associated with some recreational drugs, making cobras an ideal target for the use as long as hemotoxin effects can be avoided.
In other words, man, it gets you high.
It gets you fucking high, dude. It gets you high. Yeah.
So wait a minute. How much do I gotta inject into my veins to get me stoned?
You're supposed to rub it on your balls. That's how it works.
What?
Right, Scotty? You rub it on your balls, right?
Here's one way. So I call this one expensive rave pills. In February 2012, reports from raves in India claim that partygoers were ingesting pills using cobra venom as an active ingredient, as well as dried venom sprinkled in soft drinks and alcohol.
Cobra
good,
venom?
Right? Yeah, dude. It's
doing
cobra
that
venom.
Cobro.
Man, you're not supposed to drink that shit.
So, guys, you're at this rave, and these pills, which they're called, K72 and K76, I come up to you, I'm your fucking Cobra dealer. How much you think you're going to pay a dose?
For K72 or K76? That's a whole different. So two different doses.
K72.
Okay, so for K72, I figure I'm going to, for the 72, I figure I'm going to pay probably like between 5 and 10 a dose.
$5 and $10. TJ?
So wait. This is USD we're talking about? Because
US dollar.
USD.
So you've translated this.
You need to
All right.
explain that. No, it's in rupees,
say,
TJ. A monetary currency I'm sure you understand enough about. No, it's in rupees. How many rupees, TJ?
I don't know. That's what I was asking.
Why'd you have to ask? Of course it's in USD. The US is the only currency that matters, TJ. Come on.
I agree. But I'm just making sure Scotty knows that.
What?
Fine.
All right. Shut up. $15 a hit, a dose.
That answer is absolutely and positively and utterly fucking wrong.
Damn. Is it like way more expensive or is it way cheaper?
Are noted to cost $400 to $500 per dose.
Fuck that.
What?
That drug's too expensive, dog.
10 times the reported cost of ecstasy in India.
What?
Well, then fucking take ecstasy instead. What the fuck?
Why would you even bother at that point with fucking snake venom?
That must be one crazy ass high if it's worth that much. Fuck.
It's not as good as acid. I guarantee you. Just get some acid. Why snake venom?
What are the effects of snake venom, Scott? You got that? Did you pull the effects? Like what happens to these people that do this recreational?
Oh, yeah. But we're going through this.
Okay, sorry. I mean, to
TJ,
jump the gun. I was
look.
just curious.
I mean, TJ, look, you keep asking questions. You act like I'm not going to tell you what it does to you.
All right,
Something wrong with you, TJ. There's something wrong with you, TJ.
But what does it do to you, Scotty?
What does it fucking do?
What does it do to you? What's it do to you, Scotty?
Several constituents and effects of K72 and K76 are not described leaving the actual content of dried venom per pill unknown. So no one really knows how much they're taking when they take these.
I think there's more in K76. There has to be.
You never know.
That has to be like the good shit. Like the rich person Cobra Venom is the K76. And then all us plebs, all we can afford is the K72.
So previous news reports note that K72 and 76 are code words used by smugglers for liquid venom. Drug syndicates commonly use venomous snakes to smuggle illicit drugs, as custom officers rarely dare to open the cage. So it's almost like a byproduct of drug dealing, it seems like. It's like, oh, people don't want to open these up because it says, like, King Cobra in there.
Damn.
Due to the consistency of snake venom, drying the liquid is not an easy task. The water in the venom will not readily evaporate if a sample is left out to dry, necessitating a multi-step process in which the venom is freeze-dried. So, like, the reason it's so expensive is there's a lot of shit that goes into making this, apparently. It's not easy to just make venom pills. But, TJ, how about this one? So, basically what they're saying with this is, with those, if you guys are wondering what it does to you, I mean, obviously it's supposed to cause some sort of mild paralysis, but no one has actually, I guess, lab tested these things to tell you exactly.
Who's ever been at a party or something and been like, yeah, man, it's fucking great. You know what would be great, even better? Like if I was like partially paralyzed right now.
Yeah, some Cobra Venom would be really dope
like,
right now.
Why would you want to be paralyzed if you're like at a rave? Don't you want to move around? Or does it just loosen you up to where you're like, whoa?
I'm assuming it does something more like that. I don't think it's actually going to
turn you into a fucking Muppet or something, man.
All right.
It probably gives you an intense high.
There's only one way to figure this out for sure, and that's to send TJ to India to take some K72 and some K76 and report back.
I'm gonna report back. I'm gonna be, by the time I get back, you'll be like, dude, they fucking up to K88 now.
Yeah, you better
fucking around with that shit. Scotty's information's outdated as fuck.
You're going to Malaysia next, buddy. They got the K88 there, extra potent.
I tried some K88. That shit's fucking knock your socks right off your fucking feet, my man.
You're done, buddy. You're traveling the world, dude. That would be cool. I'll be you guys' high correspondent since I've got so you guys can every episode I'll be in a different country on a different kind of fucking drug. You know what I mean?
That sounds cool.
All it costs you guys is like flying me all over the world and like maintaining me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that seems like pretty fair offer, dude.
But I'm destroying my body with drugs every time we film. You know what I mean? So.
Right. What a price to pay.
You know, it's a high price, but I think Paul's willing to pay.
A high price to pay.
I'll pop some K fucking whatever. If all those Indians are doing it, it's not, I'm fine to do it too.
If those kids are doing it, I can do it too.
For all we know, our fucking, powerful American DNA wouldn't even be affected by this wussy ass Indian drug,
Yeah, we might not even feel that shit.
Guys thirsty?
I'm thirsty as fuck.
Yeah, I've got my drink right here though, so I'm not super thirsty.
Oh no, man, I got a different drink on offer.
I'm always thirsty. This looks pretty good. What is this? I like this one.
Snake in a bucket.
So this is cobras soaked in rice wine or ethyl alcohol.
Yeah.
Is often used as a medicine or to kick off a particularly bizarre weekend. The snake wine is an extremely intoxicating substance due to the solvent, grain alcohol, that drinkers feel infuses the liquid with the body fluids of the snake.
Yeah. Now, this is pretty good. I mean, this looks like something that you'd really fucking, want to drink a lot of, because the snake is in there and stuff.
Man, the only way to figure it out is to get 3 bottles of this. Come visit me at the bunker. We'll go way out into the wilderness and we'll drink this shit by a big log fire and we'll see what fucking happens to us. That's the only way to really test an alcohol.
I'm game. Let's do it.
Do it. Grab
Let's
it.
do it.
Grab it and bring it. Grab and bring it.
You guys will be fine, though. Drinking snake wine is essentially harmless. Since snake venom is made up of proteins, these proteins are unfolded and made inactive by the alcohol. So you'll just get really fucking drunk.
Yeah.
So it's just like there's no point. It's just so the snake is just taking.
What do you mean there's no point? What do you mean he just said you get really fucking drunk? That's the point.
Yeah.
You can get drunk on wines and shit that don't have snakes in them. So.
Oh my God, TJ, are you a fucking guy? Are you a dude? Drinking the snake, TJ, you absorb its essence into you, and you get even more drunker.
Cobra,
TJ,
dude. TJ, TJ, it's time to swallow the cobra, baby.
I had to tell you this.
Time to swallow some cobra, baby.
As a grown ass man, TJ, you don't know this. This isn't just inherent to you. When you drink the wine, you get fucked up. But it's like mezcal, the Mexican drink that has the little worm in it.
Yeah.
Right.
This takes it to a whole other level.
Right.
This is a fucking much bigger. Fucking...
Exactly. When you drink worm, when you drink mezcal, you get a little drunker than you would. And then with this, if you drink the fucking whole bottle of Cobra, you've absorbed the soul of a fucking Cobra into yourself, along with getting hella drunk on the rice wine.
Yeah. So you got like Cobra powers now.
Yeah. Until you wake up the next day puking and feeling like shit. But
maybe
whatever.
maybe the Cobra's constitution is what keeps you from puking. You know, you wake up the next day feeling just fine.
Maybe I wouldn't know. I've never had Cobra.
Hangover free fucking booze because you got a Cobra in there. You know, that's just how it works. I don't know.
Could be.
So consuming dried venom is considerably more dangerous than ingesting venom with alcohol, as the proteins enter the body in their folded operational state. A small amount of.
Let me ask you this:
venom,
what if you sprinkle the dry venom into the alcohol just before you drink it?
I don't know.
Okay, just wondering.
So if you take a small amount of that dried venom, if solubilized correctly in your body, could lead to a cascade of physical effects, yielding an increase in the user's heart rate, dizziness, and numbing. So you basically feel kind of high. Basically, what you get if you
increase
your
heart rate,
beating
dizziness,
fast,
and numbing.
Yeah, you have a little numbing that's going on. So
I don't know. Being dizzy and numb, I don't know. That could be fun. It just depends on how much. Like, you know, a certain level of dizziness is kind of fun.
I think it sounds fucking like a hoot, and I'm ready to pop this shit right now.
And Paul, you know what some people do? So after they drink all the wine, some adventurous drinkers cut up and eat the snake inside.
That's what Paul's got to do.
So Paul, if you want to do this, you got to go all the way, man.
In for a penny, in for a pound, guys. I mean, come on. You think I'm going to leave that bottle empty? Fuck that. You think I'm going to leave that snake or throw away all that snake meat right there? Throw away the rest of that soul? In for a penny, in for a pound. I'm going to choke down that snake inside, cut it up, barbecue it up on the grill. And I'm going to sit there drunk as fuck, and I'm going to eat that snake. I'll put it on the stick like a fucking hot dog, you know? Grill it over the fire. Eat it chunk by chunk.
So, you know, some people want to take pills. Some people want to fucking just drink the snake. But that's fine, whatever.
I want to do both at once. I want to take the K72 and then I want to drink the snake.
But some people, Paul, that alone is not going to satisfy them.
Nope, that alone satisfies me.
How about getting bit to get high, Paul?
Nope.
How's that sound?
Sounds like fucking a one-way trip to the emergency room.
So getting bit by a snake is obviously the most direct way to experience a high. With some types of snakes, of course, it's not deadly. A 1990 paper looking at the effect of snake bites on heroin addicts showed that addicts prefer snake bites to heroin and experience little or no withdrawal when the addicts went days without a bite.
So we should be getting basically we fucking should be getting every heroin addict a snake.
Get them a snake, dude.
It's like, yeah, we're going to fucking let this snake bite you instead. They're like, whoa, this is way better. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Indian physicians reported 2 cases of individuals intentionally allowing cobras to bite them to get high. Both users had a history of drug use and added snake venom to the repertoire due to its psychoactive effects.
Damn. You're getting fucking deep into that drug culture at that point where you're just like
too deep.
All right.
Yeah, it's like getting too deep into the drugs.
Goddamn it, what drug can I do? I don't know. Maybe a cobra bite. That might be fucking cool.
Yeah.
How do you even get to that point? Like, I guess you probably start with the powder and shit, and then you're like drinking the wine and the powders and shit. You're like, God damn it, I want this shit straight from the tap. Fuck all this bullshit.
I
And you
remember
just get a Cobra. Like, come here, Cobra.
There's a Vice documentary about a dude that was microdosing different types of venoms from snakes and shit, and building his tolerance to it slowly and taking bigger and bigger doses. And he would claim that like made him feel more vital, and like at the gym he'd run harder. It had almost like an amphetamine effect or whatever on him. So there you go. How do you like that? How do you like them apples,
I like
Mr.
it.
Peterson?
I do like them. Those are good apples.
So obviously we're not going to read this entire thing here.
No,
I want
I think
you to
we
read
should
this
read
entire
this
thing right
entire article.
Read it, Scotty.
All 72 pages of it.
Pull it up. Start reading.
So this is
Start reading,
snake venom
Scotty.
used as a substitute for opioids, excuse me.
I like it. Let's
So
do it.
here's the case, TJ. A
All right.
33-year-old male presented with a history of substance abuse for the past 15 years. He started smoking cigarettes and taking alcohol at the age of 18 years. Became dependent on alcohol and tobacco by the age of 24 years. Almost sounds like you, TJ. From the age of 25 years, in
Good life so
addition,
far.
he started taking opioids in the form of raw opium and puppy husk and became dependent on the same over the next year. Over the years, he had been using all substances concurrently. He made a few attempts to abstain from the substances, but would experience relapse after 1 to 2 months. Use of the substances were associated with marked psychosocial dysfunction, financial difficulties, and physical complications in the form of fatty liver. Got a lot of fucking problems. Well, where do you turn to, TJ? A few months before a presentation to our center, he learned from his friends about the intoxicating effects of snake venom. Who would at times use snake venom as a substitute to opioids. Out of curiosity, he also tried it as a cheaper substitute for opioid and alcohol. Initially, with the help of nomadic snake charmers, he subjected himself to snake bites, possibly cobra, the patient was not sure, over the tip of his tongue. The snake bite was associated with jerky movements of the body, blurring vision, and unresponsiveness, i.e. blackout. However, after waking up, he experienced a heightened arousal and sense of well-being, which lasted for 3 to 4 weeks.
Wait, 3 to 4 weeks?
Yes. Which, according to the patient, was
he
more
woke
intense.
He woke up aroused and feeling like, yeah, wow, everything's great. And then for fucking 4 weeks after that, he was just like feeling great and like, man, this is fucking awesome. Like life was just good then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's gonna
Seems
get
like it
bit by
might
a
be
snake.
fucking worth it to me, man. Go get yourself a fucking poisonous snake, everybody. I don't fucking know what to tell you.
How about this guy? This might be the guy you've been talking about, Paul.
Who's this?
This guy here, his name is Stephen Ludwin.
Oh, yeah.
And he
Ooh.
injects himself with snake venom.
Yeah, that's him. That's the dude from the thing.
For me, it's like drinking coffee. It's an energy boost.
That dude's cool. I like him. He looks like a fucking Power Ranger, but whatever.
He probably
listen,
is
I'm
a
like-
fucking Power Ranger. He's like the Snake Ranger.
Yeah. Power Ranger Snake Force.
So this is when this guy got into this. I moved to London in 1987 and got a job unpacking tarantulas, cobras, and rattlesnakes for a business that supplied animals to zoos and universities. It was my dream job because I had access to all the snakes I wanted. I started taking venomous snakes home so I could inject their venom, which my boss didn't mind. Which, I mean, I guess it's like, hey, mind if I take that cobra home so I can, inject its venom into my body? Yeah,
Boss
sure.
like, fucking why not?
The first time I milked the snake, I used a green tree viper and injected myself using some 0.5 milliliter syringes from the chemist. It was very scary. There was bruising and swelling all over my arm after I put the tiniest drop of venom into a small incision. This guy's out of his fucking mind. Like, he's completely and utterly out of his fucking mind. I watched the stuff you're talking about in Vice and stuff. Obviously, I didn't pull it because it's like, they're just gonna fucking copyright the video.
Of course.
He just explains in it that's like, yeah, it was just kind of this crazy idea I had, and I did it, and you know,
it worked out. So why isn't everyone doing this? Is the real question. Like,
and the thing he pointed out too was that
snake venom, dude.
there was no internet or anything like that. We're talking about 1987. That's the same year I was born. Like,
right, this dude just looked at some poison snakes. He just came to the conclusion, like, yeah, this probably fucking do something for me, and he tried it, and it did.
Now listen to this, TJ. That's what he claims.
These are the kind of pioneers humanity needs to fucking move forward.
So that was 28 years ago, and I've been injecting myself ever since, every couple of days. For me, it's like drinking coffee. It's an energy boost.
Yep.
I haven't had a cold or a bout of flu in 13 years. Nothing, TJ. The health benefits of snake venom are still being researched. In the U.S., they've used properties found in snake venom to try and combat cancer cell growth. French scientists also report they found a potential painkiller in the venom of the black mamba.
See, this is the problem. They're only looking at they're only looking at the healing effects of snake venom. They're not looking at the preventative effects of snake venom, dude. This guy just told you he ain't been sick in 13 fucking years. So we should all be constantly fucking injecting snake venom to become stronger. We're going to especially need it with the fucking coming ecological collapse and shit. So, you know, when the world is destroyed, only the strong will survive. Those with snake venom running through their veins, those would be the motherfuckers that inherit the earth.
Dude, snake venom is going to be... We're all thinking we're going to kill each other over gasoline. Nope. It's going to be the snake venom.
But it is dangerous, TJ. It's fucking dangerous.
Dangerous my ass. Not having a cold or a fucking flu for 13 years.
Quiet, TJ. Quiet.
All right, I'm sorry. I get a little excited.
I had one near-death experience 8 years ago when I overdosed. So you can't overdose on this, TJ. It's a powerful drug.
So you got a little overzealous.
I stupidly injected a cocktail made with venom from my rattlesnake, eyelash viper, and green tree viper. Guys, he's not content just to have one type of snake venom.
He's an expert at this point.
He needs 3 kinds. I did it as part of a health experiment.
All pioneers put themselves at risk, Scotty. We didn't fucking fly to the moon without some fucking casualties along the way.
Dude, listen to this. I did it as part of a health experiment, but it went horribly wrong. It was a very foolish thing to do. Put the needle into my left wrist, and as soon as the venom went in, I knew it was game over. My hand swelled up like a baseball glove, and my arm filled with fluid all the way up to my shoulder. When I told the doctors that I deliberately injected 3 different deadly snake venoms, they couldn't believe it. I spent 3 days in intensive care, and they said there was a strong possibility they'd have to cut off my arm. In the end, they didn't, and I discharged myself.
Wow. I mean, the balls
dude.
On some fucking people, dude. The balls.
A week later, they insisted I go back and see them. They took photos of my arm and told me they'd never seen such a recovery. I have no doubt.
That's because he's been doing he's been taking snake venom for fucking years. So
his
body's way more used to fucking fighting it off or whatever the fuck it's doing.
Well, yeah, he's been doing it for, at that point, 20 years of his life. So, of course,
we've never seen such a swift recovery. It's like, yeah, because I fucking do this all the time. It's ain't shit for me. I just got a little overzealous. That's all. It's like a tennis player getting a sprain. That's all this is.
Yeah, you understand.
This dude's my new personal hero. Fuck you guys.
There goes my hero.
Why fuck us?
Like venom.
Because
I feel like you don't fucking show proper respect to this man and what he's
I ain't in competition with what he's doing.
He's a fuck it.
Man. Like, he's a good guy.
Great man, Paul.
Okay. Fair enough.
Better than a good guy. He's a good
guy.
Man. Great man.
He's a good fella. Solid fella.
What do you think, Scotty? What do you think? What is he, Scotty? Tell us what he is. You're the captain of this episode. Come on.
This man that we're talking about. Who we're talking about, TJ? Stephen Ludwin.
Yeah.
Terrific guy.
Terrific guy. Tremendous guy. All right, whatever.
Done a lot of great
guy
things.
In your eyes. He's a man. He's a man. This motherfucker looks derpy as fuck.
You guys have to have heard of this one. You know what it is?
Licking the toad thing, right? Is this licking the toad?
Lick the fucking toad, man. You gonna lick the fucking toad, TJ? You gonna do it?
Bro.
That's like supposed to be like, you're supposed to trip, right? You're supposed to fucking trip balls if you lick the fucking toad.
I don't know,
I'm telling
man.
you, bro. My cousin's fucking best friend's a cleaning lady's cousin's son licked the toad, bro, and I heard he tripped fucking balls for 3 days straight. Whoa. They thought he went insane, man. He woke up in the asylum and he was like, I'm fine. I just licked the toad. And they were like, oh.
All right. You're free to go, buddy.
That is kind of like what I've heard. It's just like down the way. I've never known anyone who licked the toad. I've never even fucking heard. I mean, does anyone actually lick the toad? Is it like an urban legend, or is there really a toad to lick?
I licked the toad, man. I did, man. With my best
get
friend
high.
from Kansas, man. We licked the toad.
You can get high off of them, but licking the toad itself, or toad licking, is an urban legend. Really, that's not going to work for you.
Urban fact, bro. I licked the toad, man.
And actually, I like the Urban Dictionaries the best. So, an urban legend that popularizes the belief that one can get high or trip by licking a specific or even any variety of toad. In reality, there are no toads that will cause a person or animal to get high by licking them. There are, however, some species known as psychoactive toads that produce a very powerful psychedelic tryptamine in their venom called, I don't even know, 5-MeO-DMT, a close relative to DMT.
5-MeO-DMT, man. You don't know about 5-MeO-DMT, Scotty?
Not before this episode.
You ain't heard about 5-MeO-DMT, Scotty? They don't want you to know. They want you to think that licking the toad does nothing, Scotty. But I'm telling you, it does a lot. Changed my life.
So a very common...
Which toad do you have to lick? Just any? Can you lick any
a very
toad?
common
Whatever fucking toad you got around you, man.
Colorado river toad, the bufo.
I feel like we covered some of this in an episode before, but
I think we did.
It was like a long time ago, I think.
One cannot ingest the 5-MeO-DMT by licking a psychoactive toad. It would be destroyed in the stomach. Furthermore, there are many toxins present in psychoactive toad venom that could cause a person to become very sick or even die. If you're wondering how they get high, they generally smoke it.
I actually watched a documentary where the guy went down into the Amazon rainforest and he got poison dart frog high, man. They would put it on a fucking thing and like put it in his skin a couple of times, like they hit him with it, and then he sat there and tripped for like. And I have a cousin's uncle's mom that licked the toad, bro, and let me tell you, she never came back from the brink. She's there still at the precipice of madness, bro.
If you're at the precipice of madness that long, isn't that just madness?
You tell me. I've never licked the toad, bro.
I don't know.
You well, Paul, you know what? If they really want to do it, they got to milk the toad.
Lick the toad.
You can lick it, man, but it's not going to get you high. You got to milk the toad. And you got to collect what it gives you.
Scotty, listen. That's not fun. That's not what really goes down, all right? We can talk all this science bullshit.
That's what
milking.
they did.
Let me ask you this, guy. Look at a toad, okay? Now imagine yourself sitting down there trying to milk that toad. Impossible. Can't be done. Now imagine yourself licking that toad. It works just fine.
Here's what they do. Dude, this is
no one says milk the toad, is lick the toad.
They stretch out the toad, but they don't kill it. I swear to God, I remember this from that fucking documentary. They stretch out the toad, but they don't kill it. And then it distresses the toad, and the shit comes out of their back, the neurotoxin, and then they scrape it off the back and collect it all up into like a fucking banana leaf or some shit. And then when they got that, they stick the little needle in it and hit you with it. And you go ape shit. You go to Planet fucking I licked the toad. And see, that's what I'm talking about, TJ. If you ain't never licked the toad, TJ, why are you even here discussing this with us?
I've licked more toads than you could fucking imagine.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
What's the high
you know
like?
what, Paul, though? He doesn't know, man.
Describe the toad high then.
The toad high is indescribable.
Bullshit, man. Everybody that's licked the toad knows how to describe the toad high,
No, they don't.
Charlatan motherfucker, dude.
Everybody who's licked the toad knows that the toad high is beyond.
But you know what, Paul?
Man.
You know what, Paul? You said you talked about this in your life many times before. So this could help you, man. Treating depression with a psychedelic found in toad venom.
See, you know why I don't believe this?
Why?
That toad looks fucking depressed himself.
Yeah, he does look depressed.
Look at him. That toad doesn't even fucking.
He
He's not
looks
even
like
working
he
for the
needs a
toad
picnic.
himself.
Dude.
Maybe he should lick another toad. Maybe that's the thing. He needs to lick another
That's
toad.
fucked up, Paul. That's
What?
fucked up, man. But you know what? That toad looks happy. Let's look at him. He looks happy.
He don't look
He's trying to
happy. He looks
smile.
fucking miserable. He looks like
That
he fucking.
smile right there.
He looks like
Smile.
white guilt Paul, the toad. I mean,
No,
like
he's happy.
He's fucking sad, dude.
did look
doesn't
pretty
have
fucking
nothing
sad.
to live for.
Nah, man, you guys don't know shit about that.
Look at that.
toad.
That's a fake ass smile he's got on his face. You can just tell he's miserable. Hates
No,
his
he's
little
not.
toad life. It just
He
thinks it
loves
fucking
it.
sucks.
He's happy, man.
He's not happy. Why make?
He's
What are you
happy.
fucking? Where's your evidence he's happy? That's a miserable face.
I see a smile on his face and a spring in his step. He's about
course he
to
has
jump.
spring.
Dude, I
He's
hear
a fucking
Johnny.
toad.
I hear Johnny Cash's cover of "Hurt" playing when I look at that toad, dude.
Yeah, just like, okay. Look at this toad and imagine Hurt playing. Just that's all you gotta do.
I can't even imagine it.
It instantly works.
It's inaccurate.
Hurt myself today. See, dude, if I could karaoke it, dude. I did the Johnny Cash karaoke. We could do the whole. Dude, I'd do it right now. This toad needs
Do
it,
it right this fucking second.
dude. This toad needs it, dude. He needs it. Look at him. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt.
This toad is totally singing that song, bro.
I know, bro.
He's
It's
totally
his
singing
soul, man.
Oh,
It's
I got
either-
someone animate this fucking. Oh, do it, make it happen. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah.
Look at him.
That's
looks
the
so
Johnny
sad.
Cash. That's the sad old Johnny Cash reflecting on his life, Toad. That's what that is, Scotty.
Dude, I still maintain the toad's pretty happy.
That Toad. Maybe there's a contentment somewhere deep within, but outwardly, he's fucking got a lot of problems. He's miserable, man. He's not feeling great.
Man.
But maybe it's because he can't get to his own fucking, psychoactive shit. It's stuck on his
That
back
might be it.
where he can't reach. That'd make me miserable too.
Oh yeah.
That is a good theory.
It's like that spot,
yeah,
you
if you could get
spot on your back that itch. You're like, it's itchy. Fuck. It's like the one place on my body
Well,
I
imagine
can't
if you had
fucking
the-
reach.
TJ, imagine you had DMT on tap on your back, but you just couldn't get it. Like, oh shit, oh DMT spot right there. Oh, can't get it. Sorry, man.
Yeah, there's like a little DMT button and you just can't push it.
Damn.
Depressing.
That would suck. Yeah. What if there's what if your back grew like big fat nugs of weed, but you could never pluck them? You couldn't reach them to pluck any of them and smoke
Yeah,
them.
and then like some fucking giant motherfuckers come along every once in a while and pluck them all off you and just run off. And you're just like, well, please give me some. You're just like fucking depressed, man. It's no good.
So this is definitely research that I
No
want to
blame.
do. So John Hopkins researchers have spent nearly 2 decades studying the therapeutic qualities of psilocybin, the psychoactive ingredient of so-called. I don't agree with this, so we'll just strike that. Psychoactive ingredient of magic mushrooms on treating afflictions such as addiction disorder, depression, and anxiety. But should it become the first psychedelic drug approved for medical use, psilocybin may face a rather mundane hurdle to widespread use. Health insurance.
Yeah,
Goddamn
that would
it.
be
Health
nice, wouldn't it?
insurance.
Motherfucking piece of shit.
Wait, don't you mean death panels? Like, are there death panels that's just supposed to destroy us? But now they're saying that health insurers won't cover it. Like, magic mushrooms? Oh, sorry, can't cover it. You can
TJ,
cover your fucking narcotics, though.
is that the gay little toaster?
Yeah.
The one that got smashed by a gorilla? Is that the
Yeah.
one?
Damn.
R.I.P. brave little toaster.
Brave? Oh, I thought it was the gay little toaster.
I mean, either one is acceptable.
Oh.
Like shit shoved down his slots.
Because you know what, Paul? In my world, gay and brave are synonyms.
Wow.
Synonymous.
That's right. Clap for me,
Yeah.
Paul. Clap for my wokeness. Thank you.
Wow, Paul's getting a whole crowd.
That's how I clap now. I'm trying to reduce my exercise actually rather than increase it. So that's how I
That
clap.
sounds
now.
like a positive.
Maybe you
Somebody
need
does
some
something
toad
good, I
venom.
just push a button to tell them how I feel about it.
You know what, Paul? Maybe you need toad venom. That
You
can
seen
help
those
you.
dogs that do that shit? They like press a little button.
Oh yeah, they're like, I want
And it's like,
food. I want
Hungry.
food.
Hungry. food outside.
It's like, fuck you,
crazy
man.
shit,
No.
Dude, I gave Salvador a bell one time. Like, ring the bell when you want to go outside. We took that bell away because he would just like ring that shit all day long. It's like, motherfucker, you were just out. So no, you're not getting no buttons.
He wants to be outside all day. That's what he
Well,
wants.
that's the thing. He
didn't
doesn't.
like it.
You let him out, and then fucking he's wanting to come back in, and then you let him in, and he's wanting to go back out, and it's like, motherfucker.
You know what it is? It's because the dog was training you, TJ, and you realize that you're like, oh shit, he's fucking training me.
Yep.
Well,
The dog's training it to meet. My cats have got me fucking trained, man. Fucking pieces of shit. I hate it. Anyway, never mind.
how do we get you fucking trained, TJ?
You can't.
I can't.
Only cats.
So, guys-
can do it, and my dog.
Oh, so it's through
Psilocybin.
cats.
The drug's psychoactive effects last anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, during which time its users require constant monitoring by medical personnel. Give me a break.
I don't know
The
if there's a
lengthy
more
and expensive-
pleasant fucking drug than mushrooms,
Yeah.
by the way. I just don't. I don't think there's any drug that's ever made me feel better than that.
Yeah, the magic mushroom.
Not that I would ever do anything like that, but if I had, it would
Mushrooms are great.
Would have been the best I'd ever had.
Yeah, dude, mushrooms are great for sure. Definitely like
It's
a very
like
clean
All
experience.
the good things about acid, but with none of the like edginess. It's kind of like, I am at peace and at one with the universe. That's nice. I'm just gonna relax now.
I mean, there's sometimes you want that edginess though. I like that acid.
oh yeah,
edge.
there's definitely times when you crave that. But like, I'm just saying, like, if you just were looking for like a purely pleasant experience, at least as far as I'm concerned, I've always, every time, just been like, yeah, unless it wasn't strong enough.
Where do I sign up for the magic mushrooms? Like, how do I get my mushrooms?
Yeah, I want my free trial as well.
It's time.
I guess contact John Hopkins. This dude, Alan Davis, he's a psychedelics researcher. Be like, look, I'm a volunteer. And
I
maybe
will
get
volunteer
picked.
for this position. I'm willing.
I'm sure
to
they probably get those emails at least once or twice a week.
Well, they're getting
But
them. Welcome again. I'll be sending every day.
the worst you can do is be blocked, TJ. That's the worst that can happen to you.
Then I'll just get a new email.
Enter toad venom as a potential alternative to the magic mushroom. Insurers
Okay.
are saying that's too much bullshit. How about some toad venom? The psychoactive drug in question, 5-MeO-DMT,
So
is most
wait,
often consumed via synthetically produced vapor, but can also be harvested from certain plants or venom of the Colorado river toad. And TJ, preliminary studies suggest it may combat depression and anxiety just as effectively as psilocybin, requiring a much shorter duration to reap the benefits.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cow shit, man. Just fucking get some cow shit going.
You get some cow shit going.
How about
They
some toad
add
venom?
shit. They add some fucking chemical to cow shit now, so where it doesn't grow fucking those mushrooms.
Yeah, that's bullshit, man. Why are they trying to keep people from having that experience?
It's literal bullshit, man. It is bullshit.
Man, whatever. I'll lick a toad. I'll fuck a cobra. I'll eat an antelope's antler right off its head while it's still alive. I'll fucking jump off of something and land on my head. I don't care what it takes, man. I'm gonna get high. You know what I mean?
Doesn't matter what you got to do.
You ain't gonna
Hold your
stop
fucking
me.
breath for a minute,
You ain't gonna
So I
stop.
think how this
me.
goes down. The people that take this, from what I've seen, at least people that put it out publicly that they took this stuff,
Yeah.
it's very new agey. Like, there's a lot of like, bing, bing, shaking shit around you. It's like, someone smokes it. They usually have a little metal, glass tube. They light it. Someone lights it. They inhale it. They hold it in for about 15 seconds. And then most times they just go back. They go like flat in their back. And usually they'll start salivating. A bunch of shit come out of your mouth. And you'll be like, oh, it's great. Like, it's like taking DMT. So, like, you're gone. You're gone for a little while. Usually there's like a babysitter or someone monitoring you. Like, okay, you're good. If you try to move around, they like, okay, no, lay back there.
No,
And it's not very long lasting.
I don't want that shit. I've decided I don't want that.
I want
The
it.
experience is going to start within 10 to 30 seconds, and then you're going to be physically incapacitated for 20 to 30 minutes.
Cool. All right.
So that's it, Paul. I mean, look, dude, 20 or 30
It's like
minutes.
it feels like any other DMT trip. You fucking
Yeah.
just like, you're out. You fucking go to the fucking other galaxy where the elf people live or whatever the fuck you're doing. And then you come back and you're just like, whoa.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got to do, Paul.
No.
I saw some crazy shit.
I don't want it.
Lick the toad, Paul.
I will lick the toad, but I'm not going to take the fucking
Lick the
crazy
toad.
lab-grown fucking nonsense drug that made Joe Rogan
Lick
a crazy
me, Paul.
person.
Lick the toad, Paul.
No.
Lick the toad.
Lick the toad, Paul.
Lick him. Lick the toad.
Lick it. Lick the toad, dude.
I don't want to lick the toad anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've licked the toad too much, I think.
Hell yeah. The hottest new psychedelic drug among trendy New Yorkers is illegal toad venom.
I love it.
Bro.
I love you, New York.
Yeah, bro. Give me
New
that
York
illegal
City.
toad venom, boy.
It's fucking on like Donkey Kong, TJ.
I love it. I like the toad. I lick the toad. He's looking good. It's a good toad.
Sitting cross-legged on a blanket in his Soho apartment, Barrett Powell inhaled toad venom smoke through a glass stem pipe. 30 seconds later, he was crying.
So beautiful.
I was crying really hard, yelling, "I'm so sorry!" over and over. Powell
Sounds like a
recalled to the
wonderful
Post
experience.
for the first time experimenting with the illegal psychedelic drug last year. He's since tried it twice more. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not sold on it. I was crying. I'm sorry. And he's like, he's tried it twice more since then. Like, what about that experience would make you want to try it? I don't know. Maybe there's something to it we're not seeing, guys. Maybe he had to do that. He had to say he was sorry.
The emotional release.
Yeah, I saw my younger self with my parents and my ex-boyfriends in places where I'd been hurt. There you go. He was saying sorry to those people. The social media influencer and life coach said the experience. How dare you say that, TJ? An experience concluded. You said it in a very derogatory way.
I did. That's true.
Said the experience included after 45 minutes of shooting through the universe and being reborn.
Well, I mean, that kind of sounds cool. It kind of sounds 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Paul, you can be the Star Child, dude.
I can.
Do it.
Yeah, you could be the fucking little fucking space baby. You could stare
I don't want
upon
to
the
travel
world.
back. I don't want to travel back in time and see any of my exes. That doesn't sound like
Yeah.
a pleasant trip to me. You know?
Well, I mean, that's just, you gotta fucking get through the veil of this world. That's just like your mind letting go of the fucking connections to this world before it fucking ascends to a higher plane, you know?
No, I don't know.
You gotta disconnect. You gotta disconnect from this world. You gotta cut the fucking threads.
Maybe
you know?
you got to disconnect. Maybe I got to remain with 1 foot in the world and 1 foot outside of it, TJ.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Every man's path is his own, TJ. Go lick that fucking toad
Lick the toad.
and tell us all about it.
I like it. I mean, it looks good. Toad looks fucking legit. And I'm fucking ascending through the stars. But do I have to get that? This dude under the toad looks like a chode. I don't like his haircut. So, like, I don't know, man. If I fucking see to the other side, like past the veil of reality to like the worlds that exist beyond, am I gonna fucking want to get my hair like that too? Because if so, I don't really want to do it.
Like toad hair.
Yeah, I don't like this fucking dude's hair, man. It's like,
Why not? What's wrong with his hair?
Somehow.
It looks pretty dope to me.
I don't know. It's making me angry for some reason.
Have a planter's
Give me
peanut,
piss.
TJ.
What?
It'll chill you
Look at
out.
him. All this hair,
do you
TJ.
do you like a planter's peanut, TJ? Or a cashew?
I would like a planter's peanut or a cashew.
Well, just reach out here and take it. It's my new technology, TJ. If you'd like a handful of cashews, simply reach out and take them.
That'd be a good fucking, yeah, man.
You like pass people bites of food and stuff through the internet. You'd be like, here, dude, take a taste. And be like, boop.
Here, try a Cheeto.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, bro.
Now that's good stuff.
Bullshit.
Was that gay
So
porn?
TJ.
Yeah, we were just looking at
No, that's the guy. That's Barrett.
Oh.
Barrett Paul, the dude who fucking traversed the Beyond the Stars.
Oh.
Toad Venom.
Does he do gay porn
So TJ.
now?
So guys, if you
Yes.
want to do this, Paul, you specifically, this can be extracted from the Colorado River toad, also known as the Sonoran desert toads.
Well, I see.
We already know
Why?
that. Blah blah blah. We already know what the
I
drug
think I'm
does
going to
people.
Colorado, you know. Give me a fucking goddamn toad.
It's such an intense experience that, in most cases, doing it at a party isn't safe. So that's kind of disappointing.
God damn it.
It's not a recreational drug. Damn. Kind of sad. But that hasn't stopped psychedelic drug lovers in New York City from seeking out the Schedule 1 classified substance, fuck Schedule 1, which carries out the threat of a 10-year prison sentence for possession. So if you have toad venom, it is a Schedule 1 narcotic. You can get busted for having toad venom. It's kind of disappointing, but whatever. So this is how they do it. The toxic liquid is extracted by milking. We already know that. Users such as Powell score the extremely rare resin by hiring foreign shamans, often from Mexico, who travel throughout the U.S. distributing it at ceremonies that cost $200 to $500 a head. So basically, you go to like a high retreat.
Where's the sign up page for this?
I found some actually, but the thing is most of those were like $5,000. But it was for like a 10-day like retreat where it's basically
I'll save up some dough. I'll save up for a few years and I'll go on this motherfucking safari of drug and shit. Here, I want to do ayahuasca once. I want to try that
you
shit.
can do it the same way.
I want to try
People
the
think you have to go to
ayahuasca
South
shit.
America. But you don't have to go to South America. You can go to one of these like weird new agey events and
No, I want to go to South
they
America.
will
I want to have like an actual shaman do it, Scotty. Like I want to have like a guy that I can't even understand slapping me around in a tent and feeding me the ayahuasca, waving leaves at me and blowing smoke in my face and shit. I want the whole full blown shit, dude. I want to have this spiritual journey. I want to walk into that hut and I want my spirit animal to walk out and explore the world.
Paul, maybe you're right. Maybe you're onto some here with being a little apprehensive. Spanish porn actor arrested over fatal toad venom ceremony.
See? And this is not
look,
even
it's actually
that.
the same
This is
toad
like
from earlier,
different.
dude.
This is like all fucking like this is like venom. You're taking like a poison and you're don't do that. Don't take a venom and inject it to get high, okay? Rule number
It can
one.
be deadly. So Spanish police have arrested 3 people, including a well-known pornographic actor, in connection with the death of a photographer who was thought to have died after inhaling toad venom during a shamanic ceremony. So, like you said, Paul, even under shamanic supervision, still dangerous.
Well, sometimes every journey risks the dark, Scotty.
I guess so. The Guardia Civil did not name those detained, but the fatal ceremony, which took place in a Valencian town of Anguera in July 2009, allegedly involved the Spanish porn actor Nacho Vidal, and
Damn.
resulted in the death of a
Well,
fashion
that's a
photographer.
dope name. His name is
is.
Nacho Vidal.
Yes, Nacho Vidal.
Fuck me.
And I guess it was a fashion photographer, Jose Luis Abad.
Well, fuck.
And so it wasn't. He didn't kill a nobody as a fashion photographer, dude. It's like, oh man, that's fucked up. In a statement, the force said that 2 men and a woman aged from 37 to 50 have been arrested on suspicion of involuntary manslaughter and violating public health laws. Officers began the investigation after the death of a person during a mystic ritual involving the inhalation of vapors from the venom of the Bufo Alvarez Toad, the statement said. At the conclusion of an 11-month investigation, 11-month investigation, we have been able to establish that an offense of involuntary manslaughter and public health offense had occurred, allegedly committed by those who organized and presided over the ritual. Oh, man. And if this didn't get any stranger with this shit, dude, with toad venom, someone very famous also recommends it.
Hell yeah.
Mike Tyson, who just had a exhibition bout, why'd he do it, TJ?
Because he had fucking toad venom.
Toad fucking venom, dude.
Apparently he won that fight, but then everyone said that it was. I mean, the judges said it was a draw or something.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Well, also he did the fight while extremely high as well. So Mike Tyson just loves to be fucked up, which can't blame him. I tip my hat to you, sir. So Mike Tyson credits toad venom for his return to the boxing ring. I took the medicine, and the medicine told me to get into shape. Tyson said of the drug 5-MeO DMT during his weigh-in. I love it. His weigh-in, he's like, yeah, I just basically took DMT. It really blew my mind. It told me to come back and start getting into shape. The former heavyweight boxing champion, now 54, will fight his first match in 15 years against Roy Jones Jr. in an 8-round exhibition show at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Damn, and they're charging
frog fucking venom for that shit.
And it was $49.99 to watch it.
Yep, a lot of people must have done it too because it was fucking trending all over the place.
Yeah, that's a little rich for my blood, bro.
That was the same fucking night that fucking Jake Paul or whatever knocked that fucking NBA player out.
Jake Paul won a fight?
Yeah, fucking decisively too, like second round knockout.
Damn.
On some ex-NBA player who were like, did a YouTuber just like beat the shit out of a professional athlete? What the fuck is going on? But whatever.
Hey, if he's a better fighter.
It is what it is.
Dude, I just love the fact that Mike Tyson recommends toad venom.
I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, at what point do we say to ourselves, like, this shit works and it's good? I think the point where Mike Tyson fucking. I think the Mike Tyson endorsement is that point for me. I'm just like,
Mike Tyson.
No, I'm not even going to be mocking about this anymore. I'm going to fucking give me some goddamn MGMO fucking DMT or whatever the fucking
5-MeO DMT.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Yeah,
I'm on it. I'm fucking putting in my order right now.
Well, people just need to realize what the power of it can do. I mean, look, Mike Tyson, what was he doing? I mean, he was successful. He's got a podcast. He's got other shit he's going on in his life. But you know what? He's like, I'm going to fight again. 54. Had a fucking fight. Now, it wasn't a fucking big fight. But it was still a fight. Still made a bunch of money. Take the DMT.
That's all that really matters, dude.
Did you take the DMT, Paul? You didn't take the DMT?
No, I've never taken the DMT. I won't ever take the DMT. That dude guy, just literally did dude, I know what he's been taking, though.
It looks like he fucking just did the shit from Mad Max Fury Road.
Well, he's huffing the fucking... Yeah. Dude, he's probably huffing silver spray paint.
Probably.
But yeah.
Paul is correct. This is inhalation huffing. Talk about huffing.
Kind of sad, but I knew a lot of dudes, like, in high school and shit that were around the periphery of my friends group that were into this shit, and it's pretty nasty.
We're actually gonna get into why that is, and you can probably either confirm or deny the information.
I knew a dude that huffed paint, and I knew a dude that huffed gas, so I'll answer any questions that I can. Sure.
I've also known someone, I didn't know them well, one of Stevie's friends was into huffing. And kind of a crazy story there, but we'll talk about this stuff first. So, inhalants make up a category of drugs that are inhaled into the lungs, either by directly via spraying or indirectly with paraphernalia, such as a rag that is soaked in the inhalant or achieve a high. Kind of like you're talking about, Paul. Like people do paint thinner and they'll soak it in a rag. And they'll, of course, they'll just inhale it from there. And Inhalant abuse is sometimes referred to as the forgotten drug epidemic because millions of Americans have abused these substances at some point in their lives. I mean, I know plenty of people that have just been like, "Oh, I did this," or like, "I'll inhale a little bit of like this, like with this whipped cream shit out of the container."
What's weird is like I can't even think of like a movie character or something that like I'm gonna huff some of this, you know, in like at least not in like a dramatic sort of performance. Like
I'm a
where it was,
huffer.
like, treated like a real problem and not just, you know, I might have seen it in like a comedy or two, but like, you know what I mean? Like you never see that as like, hey, someone actually struggles with this.
They do. It's pretty sad. It makes you just non-functional, basically.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain level, for sure. Like there was like a I watched an episode of fucking Cops way back in the day where the cop was like dealing with some dude who was huffing, and you know, the dude apparently he dealt with him all the time. He knew him by name, and he was just like, you know, yeah, you got to clear out of this back alley, you know, buddy. The fucking owner of the place is complaining. He's like, oh yeah, okay, I'll go. Basically, like he's just like huffing his shit, and he's just like basically like, you know, like functional in as far as like he knew that he needed to like go in back alleys and huff things.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, don't
what
huff
that
in
was.
public like that.
But that was about it. That was about as far as his brain went anymore.
The term inhalants covers a range of dangerous and addictive substances, from nitrous oxide to hairspray. Basically, people inhale everything. They have volatile solvents, chemicals that become vapor or gas at room temperature, including glue. Of course, you know, the kid sniffing glue, lighter fluid, felt tip markers. Yeah, I know people that fucking sniff those. Paint
I definitely
thinners.
knew people. I definitely knew the felt tip marker kids in school, even.
Yep.
Like,
Oh
And dry
yeah,
cleaning
the Sharpie sniffers and shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I knew some kids in school
yeah.
that fuck with that shit. I never fucked with it.
No, neither did I. I've never been into that kind of shit.
Like I knew at least one kid that fucked around with paint thinners, and he was fucking stupid as hell already. So
Well,
sure
that
his
didn't
ass,
help.
Like, yeah, I know.
His IQ
aerosols,
didn't
of course.
improve.
Spray, deodorants, insect repellent, hairspray, cooking oil sprays. Yep, can get high on that. Gases, most typically nitrous oxide, which can be obtained through dental supply stores or via empty whipped cream canister containers. Yeah, it's like I've seen people do that.
Whippets.
But also including propane tanks, lighters, and refrigerator canisters. Yeah, sounds like a great idea. And of course, nitrates, like poppers, like you pop those.
There's literally no way to keep
nitrate
products out of these people's hands too.
And he said to me, Mason, would you like to do a popper? And I said, wow, won't I? Then he handed me a shard of glass from the ground, and he said, Mason, why don't you peel off your face? Seemed like a good idea at the time.
What the fuck? What is this from?
You don't remember?
Cordell.
What is it
Cordell,
from?
get her what she needs. Thank you, Miss Starling.
Sounds familiar.
Hannibal.
Oh, okay.
Mason Verger, dude, in Hannibal. Come on.
Oh, is that the one that was played by?
The guy that cut up his face.
Yeah, I got you.
I've already been judged and forgiven by the risen Jesus, and no one beats the Riz.
Gary Oldman's great. That
He
I need
is.
to watch. I need to watch that again.
Oh, you should, just for him. If nothing
I just
else.
watched it recently. It's good.
It's been a long time.
So, how do you abuse inhalants? Obviously, it's pretty straightforward. Inhalant abuse is often referred to as huffing because inhalants are breathed into the lungs either by spraying them into the nose or by soaking a piece of cloth, blah, blah, blah. Sniffing or snorting, in which fumes are inhaled directly from the container. Bagging, in which the inhalant is soaked into a bag, then the fumes are inhaled. Spraying, typically from aerosols, in which the inhalant is sprayed directly into the nose or mouth. Or inhaling, which involves the inhalant, putting the inhalant into a balloon, then inhaling the substance through the mouth out of the balloon. The euphoric high from inhalants typically lasts for about 15 to 30 minutes.
So I will tell you guys, I went through a phase when I was, 18, 17, around that age, where I did a bunch of nitrous, and like we would crack it into balloons, like big, kind of not the normal like party balloons, because you don't want that shit popping and wasting. So we'd get like the bigger kind of like bouncy balloon type of things with the thicker rubber, and you'd crack like one or two in it. And the whole process was you'd start with a balloon that was about this big, and you'd just inhale and then exhale into the balloon, and then inhale. And eventually what you end up with is like a balloon with no air in it. And as soon as you stop and exhale all of that out of your lungs, it's like you die for a couple of seconds. I don't know how better to put it. It's like you just go, you know, like you just kind of like lay back and you're like, and like all your friends laugh. And then like about 15 seconds of that, you come out of it. You're like, whoa, whoa, what the fuck was that? And then everybody tells you look fucking stupid. And then somebody else does it. You know what I mean? I did that shit for a while. And like, I gotta tell you, man, like probably wasn't my best decision. I could have been a contender. You know what I mean? Think about it.
Think about it.
Could
have been a contender, man.
I messed up all my high level brain function on all that inhaling.
You're far from alone. According to a 2011 study, about 9% of the U.S. population has used, abused, or become addicted to inhalants at some point in their lives. That is about 22.5 million people in the United States.
Indeed.
That's a lot of fucking people, man. It's a lot of fucking people, Scotty.
Well, like Paul said, he has, his experience with it. And
I swear it's higher than that. Because, I mean, like, people are forgetting, like, the time they did Whippets or whatever the fuck. Because I know tons
that's
of
Whippets.
people who've done that shit.
That's what I was talking about. Nitrous oxide, that's Whippets. So Whippets is, that's all it is. It's just nitrous.
Right, and tons of people have done that shit.
Yeah. I think that's probably way underestimated.
I think probably more than fucking 9% or whatever the fuck it said. It's like, I've tried it at least one study, fuck.
Of course, you know.
A lot of it, I mean, it's based on self-reporting probably, which is always sketchy. Like some people
don't want to admit that they fucking ever did that.
Right. Some people are like, fine with talking about their drug pasts and shit, and some people are like, "What? Whippets? Never."
I would never do it.
Then you go in the fucking DeLorean and jump in and go back 20 years ago, and they're sitting in there fucking just like, you know, doing their whippets, their whippet phase or whatever the fuck.
I mean, even like I never did it. But I mean, I knew so many people who fucking at least tried it.
You didn't miss out, bro. You did. Like what it is. Like that's why I don't do DMT, because I feel like DMT is going to be like what a whippet is, but just lasts way longer than a whippet. And I don't want that shit. Like, I don't need that shit.
Super whippet.
Growing up, Stevie had a friend in school. Like, it was his best friend for a while, and they had he was all like one of those kids that like had a bad relationship with his mom. So like, our family was always taking him. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. He's going to be here. One of those kind of things. We're like, he didn't have a great home life, so he'd always be away. But him and Stevie kind of stopped being friends. But my mom was still involved like this high school where he went to school. Like, she was the PTA president, and she gets a call from him like, "I'm going to be expelled from school." My mom's like, "What? I'm going to be expelled from school." And she's like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, well, they found paint thinner and stuff in my bag." And it's like, "What?" I told my mom, like, she told me the whole story. Like, yeah, so he had paint thinner, and he said he just left in there because he was working on something the other day, and it was just an innocent thing, and he didn't mean to have it. And like, basically tells this cockamamie story where it's like, okay, yeah, that never fucking happened. So I tell my mom, like, she's like, well, he wants me to call the school on his behalf, because my mom literally knew the principal and other people in the school, and like basically he's a good kid kind of shit. Like, please don't expel him from the school. And I'm like, Mom, you shouldn't do that, because there's no fucking way the story is true. It's like, he's a huffer. He can't get high any other way, so he's huffing fucking paint thinner. Like, and he's so addicted to it that he literally does it at school. Like, he can't confine it to his home life at this point. He has to literally bring his addiction with him.
I feel like huffing when I was a teenager, and I may be wrong. The few people that I knew that were into it, and the couple of people that I knew that were really did it too much and probably fucked themselves up on it. It was almost like a desperation high. It was like,
yeah,
you could get weed, but it was expensive, right? For a teenager. Like, you didn't, you were like fucking not fancy free with your bud as a teenager. And like, the same thing with alcohol. It's expensive. Anything's expensive when you're a fucking teenager and you got a part-time job. You know what I mean? And so like, What's something that's readily abundant, stored in people's garages and shit, whatever that I can get high off of? And that's why these solvents and shit are used. Airplane glue was another one that I know.
Oh yeah.
There was this
That's a
dude.
famous one.
There was a dude we called Water Noodle, who was a big inhalant abuser. I've told you guys about Water Noodle back.
Based on the other stories you've told about him, I did not. It's not surprising.
Well, here's the
shock.
thing. The last thing I knew about Water Noodle was that he had a family and had cleaned up and was doing fine. So good on Water Noodle. I don't like shitting on Water Noodle because he was always like a gregarious guy. He wasn't a dude that he was funny as fuck, but he was
even
also
the story of his name origin kind of shows him as gregarious, but I think it kind of tells. I mean, the story of his name kind of tells who he is. If you
well-meaning, he's well-meaning. You know what I mean? Like he wouldn't hurt a fly. He was not that type of drug addict, but he was just fucked up because he would huff anything. Like he would huff paint. Like we would catch him with spray paint on him sometimes, like that dude in the picture. Not as over the top as that guy, but. You know what I mean? He'd have it on his fingers or whatever. Or he'd have it a little bit on his nose because he had it up there next to him and he's huffing this fucking spray paint shit. And he would do gas a lot. Like just gasoline is something you can put, just pop open the tank and siphon a little gas out and just sit and huff it all day. You know what I mean? And nobody pays no mind to somebody walking around with a gasoline container. You know what I mean? It happens all the time. So.
That's the thing.
That's the thing is like none of these substances are really even controllable.
There's no social stigma around it. Yeah.
Right. There's nothing. Yeah. There's no social stigma around attached to having those things. And there's no real way that they can prevent you from getting them for the most part. Cause most of it's just like common everyday household shit.
Yeah.
So
cleaners, industrial cleaners and blah, 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 blah. Like, so it's pretty bad stuff. It's pretty bad news. It's really like you can die. The shit I was doing is some of the worst because you can literally just straight out rupture a lung or some shit doing what I was doing.
Oh, dude, they did that with like nitro, like ice cream and coffees and drinks and stuff, and people have died and got seriously fucking injured from just even like a legitimate use. Like they're not trying to get high. It's supposed to be ultra cold. Oh, it leaked into here, and people, like you say, like they fucking get seriously ill. They are. Have cardiac arrest or whatever.
A lot of people, that can happen the first time or any time you use any of these respiratory inhalants. You can go into like respiratory failure and need to be in the hospital and possibly die. Yeah,
it's like sudden. It actually is on here. So this is some of the things it does to you. Well, actually, before we get into that, I will say this to wrap up the whole thing with. So my mom did vouch for Stevie's fucking friend. He doesn't get expelled. He gets suspended. Like another month later, he gets expelled for doing the same thing.
I accidentally brought paint thinner again, man. Whoops. Yeah.
So Paul, so you would definitely identify one of the signs earlier. Paint or chemical smell on clothing, skin, or breath. So stains from paint, solvents, or other chemicals on hands or face. The mugshot we saw earlier. Slurred speech, acting drunk or disoriented, and like if anyone has ever seen someone that's huffed, like that person is gone. It goes beyond anything like this. Acting drunk or disoriented, like they're like, like.
I mean, if they just got done, but see, the thing is what they like to do is they huff, right, and they go through that on their own, and then once they start to come around, there's a long period of time where they're just like real boozy, and then they'll come visit you. Because that's when they're feeling like all social and shit. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? It's just like they're super duper high or super like on an opiate. It just takes them a long time for it to wear off. And I think that a lot of them are chasing that middle ground. They go through their initial like, whoa, space cadet of use of it. And then they like that long come down from it where it's just like, I'm back, but I'm really still fucked up because I just inhaled a bunch of toxic shit. Hey, what's up, man?
Here it is here. Sudden heart failure due to inhalant abuse is known as sudden sniffing death syndrome, and it can occur with first-time use. So, yeah, if you like you said, if you inhale it wrong, your heart just fails and you die.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. It's fucking, this shit is crazy, dude. It is crazy. And in a second, we're going to talk about the groups of people that do this, and that becomes even more depressing. Short-term dangers of inhalant abuse, emotional changes such as aggression, belligerence, apathy, depression, irritability, delirium, impaired judgment or function in social groups, I'm sure. Lethargy, we definitely see that. Like if you ever seen an episode of Cops or other shows, they encountered people who are habitual inhalant abusers. They're very slow. They're very like, what? Muscle weakness and stupor makes perfect sense. And the long-term damage, of course, is not great. Vision or hearing loss, heart problems, including fluid backup, heart rhythm changes, irregular heartbeat, brain damage. It just fucking kills you. It destroys your body. There's nothing positive to say about it. This is
there is one positive thing to say about it. Feels fucking amazing though.
Yeah, at what fucking cost?
It feels fucking amazing, right? So
I imagine it does. Well, I mean the fucking the nitrous did. I mean, it's definitely like unlike anything I've ever felt before, but I definitely, you could also tell that it was not good for your body. Like you'd feel foggy and shit after you spent a night doing it a couple of times and shit. So,
yeah.
So are you guys ready to hear two empty soulless suits talk about destruction of someone's life? I know I am.
My favorite thing.
My favorite thing too. It was my favorite thing before it was your favorite thing.
Bullshit. I love this way before you.
Fuck you.
Shut up.
All right, I'm going to shut up.
Top story on Wayne.com for days. A man who had silver paint all over his face after he was busted for huffing.
Well, tonight, his wife was speaking out about her husband's addiction. News Channel 15's Dawn Austin talked to her tonight. It sounded like she had a lot to say.
Well, that's right, Heather and Mark. Elizabeth Gibson wants people to know that huffing is just as serious as any other drug addiction. Her husband, Kelly Gibson, was arrested last week. Police went to their home because of a call about a domestic disturbance. Officers allegedly found him on his couch with a plastic bag, his face covered with silver paint.
Out of nowhere, he just gets this
concerned wife.
I'm gonna huff.
Kelly Gibson's mugshot is all over the internet. Some people may
all over the internet. It's all over the internet, y'all.
People may laugh when they see it. It's like, yeah, they're gonna laugh when they see it. He has a big shit-eating grin. His face is covered in silver spray paint from the fact he just huffed a bunch of fucking, goddamn spray paint.
It's a kind of a sad commentary on our society that it's become like voyeurism to watch people that are in the throes of like absolute bottom of the barrel fucking digging below the bottom of the barrel human degradation and shit. And we're just like, look at him. He's been ground up by the system and so psychologically tortured his whole life that the only way he can get off is by fucking oven spray paint. Like, how fucked up is this fucking place, bro?
It's one of the reasons I stopped doing that other show I used to do. I don't know.
I never participated in any of that mean stuff, though, dude.
Yeah, we were super nice when we were there.
Always the force of positivity on that other show. It was always Scotty and the other guy saying the mean stuff on that other show.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course.
Elizabeth says huffing paint is no laughing matter.
He's a good guy, but when it comes to that huffing, it makes him a monster.
When police responded to that domestic disturbance call, they found Kelly inside the apartment. He had a can of silver spray paint in his right hand, a plastic bag covered in paint in his left. Police say he looked dazed, unsteady on his feet.
People need to understand.
Look dazed, unsteady on his feet. I love this fucking reporter's voice, dude. It's so fucking southern, but like weird, gay, soothing southern.
It's pretty country, but it's nice, though.
Yeah. I love it.
Very ugly addiction.
The prosecutor charged him with misdemeanor inhaling toxic vapors. It's the 48th time he's been charged with this since 1992. Elizabeth says those huffing episodes could drag on and on.
The 48th time.
48th time, huh?
It's only a misdemeanor because you can buy this shit off the fucking shelf. You know what I mean?
Because what are they really going to do,
Right. Like, how do they make it illegal without making the substance controlled? And then that adds it to the schedule, and then that makes it not sellable at fucking Walmart anymore. You know what I mean?
Right. So you can't do that.
It'll never be allowed.
So it's just like this guy and a bunch of other poor bastards like this person are the end result of that. You know, we gotta keep the fucking paint out there for everybody to huff.
I feel like there's, probably some fucking underlying psychological reasons why the motherfucker feels the need to do this.
Well,
shit,
yeah,
so.
but are they not addressed by that society in some way, or should they not be addressed by that society in some way? They should be.
Yeah, I mean, probably so.
He should be kept from, like, is there no way to mark this guy down as a guy that can't buy this fucking paint or something? Can we keep it out of his hands at least?
It's just like something like this would just be so fucking hard to keep out of somebody's hands.
Right, because all he's got to do is just drive 20 miles to the next town over where nobody knows him and buy a fucking whole bushel of it.
Like, go to fucking some friend's house that can still buy paint and be like, yeah, buy me some paint, or like just go to someone outside the fucking Sherwin-Williams or whatever the fuck and be like, yo, they won't let me in there because I fucking huff paint, but I'll give you $20 to give me some paint to huff. And someone's going to be like, all right.
It is capitalism. So you want to pay me to destroy your life? Yes. Like, all right.
Sounds fair.
You got a deal. So inhalant drugs are often used by children, teenagers, incarcerated or institutionalized people, and impoverished people because the solvents and gases are ingredients in hundreds of legally available, inexpensive products such as deodorants, hairsprays, contact cement, aerosol air fresheners. So basically, It's like it's cheap and it's available.
And there's no way you're going to keep these people from all that shit.
Yeah, there's no possible fucking way.
But it's like all the people who do this shit are the people who like need an escape from their lives, but have no other means of getting it because they're too broke to afford like real drugs. And they fucking, or they're like in a situation where they can't possibly get it because they're fucking, teenagers or whatever the fuck. It's like harder to fucking get their hands on.
I'm poor. I'll just drink Listerine. Go, 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 go.
So it's helped Stephen King write Cujo, so don't knock it,
How about this, TJ? Nevada woman beat parents to death with crowbar after being confronted about huffing paint.
I mean, hey, in her defense, they shouldn't have confronted her.
Yeah,
I mean, what should they have done?
Just mind their own business. Mind their own business.
They were there. She was their business. She was living with them.
Should mind your own damn business. You don't get killed with a crowbar. That's all I'm saying. I mean, if you fuck.
Oh, okay, TJ. All right, TJ. All right, TJ. I'm gonna move into your house and do whatever the fuck I want. And you better mind your goddamn business.
I mean, if I don't, and you beat me with a crowbar,
you say something to me, I'm gonna beat you over the head with a fucking crowbar. You better mind your business.
Sounds fine.
All right, then don't say shit to me. I'm gonna eat whatever I want. I'm gonna take whatever I want. I'm gonna stay up as late as I want. I'm gonna take the TV whenever I want. And you better not say shit to me, TJ. I'll beat you over the head with a fucking crowbar. Better mind your business.
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
TJ, you're backed up against an absurd philosophical wall.
It sounds reasonable to me, dude.
Your radical acceptance of people's fucking like insanity movement, TJ. Mm-hmm. It dead ends right there because you would put up with that for about 15 fucking seconds, and you'd call the cops. Not if I knew
you had a crowbar, Paul. Not if I knew you had a crowbar.
No, you'd call the cops. You'd fink me out to the fucking Johnny Law, and you know it, dude. It wouldn't be fucking 5 minutes before I'd hear woo. And I'd be like, oh, you fucking pussy. And then I'd come after you with that crowbar when they pulled up, too. You know that, right?
Exactly. So I would never do that. Because, I don't want to risk that crowbar, man. That's what I'm saying. If
you're a fink, though. You would fink me out, and then you'd run out the back, and you'd be like, I'm going to go get some weed. You want some? And I'd be like, why, yes, I would.
If your daughter has a crowbar, you got to know specifically she's going to use that to beat you to death with if you fucking cross her. So.
She didn't have a crowbar. She took the crowbar out of the fucking... Everybody in the house had the crowbar because there was a crowbar on the property.
She had her own personal crowbar.
No, that's not...
Read the story. You got to read the story.
That's not what it says in the story.
A Nevada woman was sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms in prison for beating her parents to death after they told her to stop doing drugs in their home. In May, Alexa Cynthia... how do you say her name? Alegria, 31, pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder with a deadly weapon and 1 count of first-degree arson in the 2018 death of her parents, Victor Alegria, 61, and Yami Alegria, 58. A spokesperson with the Washoe County District Attorney's Office tells People. In October 2018, Algeria had been caught by her parents huffing paint in the garage of the Sparks home she shared with them. She got into a fight with them, and when they told her to stop doing drugs, the fight turned violent. She used the crowbar to beat her parents to death, stabbing her father in the back of the head with it, before lighting the house on fire. When first responders arrived at the home, she hesitated to indicate whether anyone was still inside. She finally mumbled.
You want to know what the funny thing is? If she did all of that same shit, but she was wearing two-tone pigtails and booty shorts and sucking on a lollipop and accompanied by the Joker, we'd cheer for it.
Yeah.
That's right. Have a crowbar. You know what I mean? Oh, this house always was so drafty. How am I going to warm it up? Snap. All you got to do is stylize it, and everybody's like... You
don't even have to stylize it for me. This is a tale of female empowerment right here. Except for the part where the system cracks down on her.
She took her life back, dude. From these parents that were just trying to save her from her horrible huffing addiction, you know?
Hey, that was her choice to make.
Well, living in that house after she was 18 was also her choice to make.
Does it say she was over 18? How old was she?
She was like fucking 20 something.
31.
So she's fucking 31. Okay. She's still living at home with her mama and dada.
Hey,
Mama, dada, give me food. Mama, dada, me no like your room. Me kill you with crowbar, TJ. I like this story. This kind of shit I'm into, bro. It's like, what?
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, I hope you end up in that fucking kind of situation, dude. I hope you end up with some dependent.
Kids, but no.
Some dependent just chilling around your house. Fucking. What if Scotty's in some kind of fucking wreck and everybody leaves him and you got to take care of Scotty? Like he's taking care of you, but he's just like. He's like a partial vegetable that's just annoying now. Instead of Scotty, like normal Scotty, just griping your ass, which you can live with. He's like, and he's obstinate and he won't do anything you tell him, and he fucking keeps eating all your food. And you'd be like, oh, que sera, bro. And then what if he killed you with a fucking crowbar? You'd be like, oh, it's a tale of retarded empowerment, man. You know what I mean?
Maybe it is.
Is that what you'd be?
Is that tired of being patronized too? Tired of being looked down upon?
Oh my God!
Tired of being treated like a burden. Finally, he rises up and takes a crowbar to his oppressor.
I'm writing a new book. I'm announcing it right now, dude.
Story.
I'm gonna write chapter 1 tonight. It's gonna be called The Hypocrisy of Edge, dude. The hypocrisy of Edge. Because it's so easily defeated. All your edge is so easily defeated. You're like, man, I fucking love a riot. And I was like, oh yeah, if one jumped off outside your house and somebody threw a Molotov through your window and it hit your dog, you'd love it. Huh? It defeats it because you exempt yourself from it like you're some big observer.
Right. Well, you can totally. I mean, hypocrisy's fine though. But here's the thing: whether or not this is a good thing or a bad thing is just like strictly a matter of opinion. So there's really no way to be wrong.
Oh I can take whatever but that's just like your fucking opinion, man. So
it is. Wait. Are you saying it's an objective fact that it's bad for you to beat your parents to death with a crowbar?
Yes.
It's objectively a fact.
Well, maybe not like. I mean, I don't believe in objectivity. Period.
I win again. Beautiful. All right. Next.
You win again because I believe in a fucking deterministic universe.
That's right.
Oh. How do you win? You didn't come up with that fucking idea.
Maybe I did.
No, you didn't.
I love the thing I'm most concerned with is if you won or not.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the bitch that beat her parents with the crowbar. That's
she finally mumbled that her parents were still inside.
Mumble like, yeah, I guess I'm fucking.
I don't know. I'm huffed up.
Algeria was reported telling her brother during a phone call from jail that she killed her parents and set their house on fire. I guess not very bright.
Why would you tell your brother of all people?
Yeah, I killed mom and dad.
I fucking, they wouldn't let me huff. I
greased them both. I mean, look, I had huff and paint or I had parents, It was a tough decision, but ultimately, I'm going to go with huff and paint. They're dead.
And now she's huffing paint in prison.
Probably.
Or heaven. People that like have something on the docket like I killed my whole family with a crowbar, they don't tend to last much longer than like pederasts and shit in prison, dude. It's pretty much over for you once you're She better keep that shit to herself, because somebody will probably some fucking like sicko piece of shit in there with some vigilante sense of justice will come up behind them and fucking, I did a good thing by getting to kill somebody with my bare hands. You gotta love prison, dude. Isn't it great?
Ain't it grand?
This person's so bad, even I can look down on him. I'm gonna kill him.
20-year-old driver allegedly huffing aerosol cans kills urgent care worker.
Allegedly, come on, he was doing it.
A Missouri man was allegedly huffing inhalants when he lost control of his SUV and fatally mowed down an urgent care worker in front of the clinic, authorities said. Trenton Geiger, 20, was charged with manslaughter and tampering with physical evidence Monday in connection with a deadly crash at the Total Access Urgent Care in Baldwin, the St. Louis Dispatch reported. Sounds like a great guy. Police said Geiger on Sunday night drove through the oncoming lanes of traffic, struck a light pole and a tree before plowing down 25-year-old Marissa Poletti and crashing into the urgent care center. So he actually crashed into the center itself. Poletti, or Polittle, was an x-ray technician who had been on the sidewalk in front of the clinic after completing her shift when she was hit. That's really fucked up, dude. She was done working.
Yeah, dude. She was getting off. Oh, what a hard day. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. Think about that shit, dude. TJ's like, fucking, yeah, I'm all for that, man. Stupid bitch should have got off work early that day or some shit. You know what I mean?
No, I was just, I was going to go with a different edgy approach to this one. I was going to say that, like, it'd been better if she'd been hit before she went to work, so she could have at least gotten out of working, you know?
Well, that'd been more fair.
That actually helps her, though. It's not really edgy. It's just dark.
Well, I think it's yeah, okay, whatever. I mean,
edgy. You have to act like you're okay with an innocent person being splattered. You have to be. You can't give them a reason to be splattered. You have to be like, no, I think it was totally cool that the fucking guy was just huffing paint. Like, what are you gonna do? You can buy it in the supermarket. It's not technically illegal to do it, so he's fucking doing it. What are you gonna do? Personal freedom.
Well, you know, I mean, it's the price you got to pay for freedom sometimes.
Geiger, who was not injured, of course, because why would he be? Had been initially
he's in a car,
unconscious behind the wheel. Then he grabbed his whippet cartridges and fled into the woods to toss them. Police said he was doing whippets, dude.
Why would you do that while you're driving? Is my question.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I get doing it, but I don't really get doing it while you're driving. Like, it's a drug that you can, it's like, it's not like drinking where like you might need or like have, you know, I'm drunk, but I want to go home, you know, but like this shit literally is like out of your system in like 15 to 30 minutes. So like you could just easily do it and be like, all right, I'm going to pass out here.
Why wait?
Like, yeah.
Why wait when you can fucking get off on the way home before you get home and finish getting off? You know what I mean?
I guess so. Then you just end up going to jail. That's probably why.
Inside the vehicle, officers discovered aerosol cans, which showed you that, yet again, this guy wasn't very fucking bright, because throwing his whippet cartridges into the woods was basically a moot point. Also, cleaning fluids and paint thinners.
What a dumb fuck.
Fucking helper.
God, he had
a total idiot.
This guy had a menagerie. He's like, which fucking inhalant do I want today?
I want it today.
Nah, I think I'm gonna go with the whippet today.
Yeah, just he had that weed table I was describing earlier when I was talking about what I would require of my Peyton slave. But he has the huff table. It's like, gasoline, silver spray paint, the old standards, some poppers there. A balloon. You know what? It's been a long time since I cracked a few into an old balloon. I'll take those with me to the store today. Oh, yes. Nobody will notice me doing this. They'll just think I'm being festive. Hello, officer. Just blowing up a balloon for my boy's birthday. There goes healthcare worker. You know what I mean? Pretty sad.
Whoops.
Spent her whole day helping everybody and then was just about to go home to rest her weary bones and fucking probably eat a can of Campbell's soup or some shit. Crawl into bed all sore. And this fucking moron fucking doing whippets while he's driving down the road. Just that's it. What a fucking joke. What a total fucking joke, dude.
It is. It's a cruel joke. If it's a joke, it's a cruel one. Of course, he was booked in jail, and his bond was set at $100,000. And of course, she is described as basically a good human being. Not surprising at all.
She was good. He was bad. He killed her. The end.
The end. Yep.
The end.
A common story in the world we live in. A world of shit.
Car crashes.
How about something, TJ, you might have right now in your house that can get you fucked up?
I mean, I have a lot of this stuff you've already talked about.
Ooh, but how about this?
Nutmeg. Ooh. Oh, nutmeg. Yeah, dude. The nutmeg.
Look, if you don't have any, call me. Let's talk after the show. I'll make you a good deal, man.
I got so much nutmeg, it'll blow your fucking mind.
I got some rare. I don't even have the nutmeg. If you know what I'm saying.
I have some of the fucking actual big giant nutmegs. You know, like the motherfuckers.
Dude, I've never gotten high on nutmeg, and I've never busted a nut in a meg.
Damn.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
You even really lived life? Have you lived your life?
What even is life? How did I get the shit simulation, man? Give me some nutmeg and a meg to nut in.
Paul, have you ever nutted while watching the movie The Meg?
Yes.
All right. Well, there you go.
Damn.
There you go, sport.
Megalodon gets Paul hard, apparently. So, I guess if that's use to anyone, you've learned to hear.
It wasn't the Megalodon what done it, but you know.
Okay. Well, maybe. I don't know. There's no proof of that, Paul.
The different kind of shark.
Nutmeg, TJ, also known as Myristica fragrans, is a common cooking spice known for its warm flavor and sweet taste.
Yeah.
You know where the shit's from, TJ? It's from Indonesia.
Yeah.
The tree grows a fruit that holds the nutmeg seed. After harvesting the fruit, the seed can be dried for a period of weeks. The dried nut can be used to create a spice that we know so well.
What is Paul mad about now? What's that?
Where are people getting high on nutmeg? This is some bullshit.
Gonna get high on nutmeg.
Legalize drugs right fucking now so people can quit this stupid, absurd. That fucking poor bastard there, whose whole life has been dogged by inhalants because all fucking other drugs. Like, get this guy some opium and let him be a fucking heroin junkie legally, please. Nutmeg smokers, man, I can't deal with this shit no more, man. I can't live on this planet anymore. I don't want to do it, man. Nutmeg smokers.
Yeah. What's wrong smoking some nutmeg, dude?
I don't know. Why don't you go get some nutmeg and smoke it right now, Scotty? Why don't you load up a fat bowl?
I'm doing a fucking show, Paul.
Text Taylor to bring up the nutmeg, babe. I need the nutmeg, and do a big line of nutmeg right here on the.
I can only do it. Oh, look, I don't know if it's safe, so Paul, I'm gonna have you do it first just to make sure it checks out.
I don't have any nutmeg. I just moved, and I don't have. I'm fresh out of. I'm fresh out of nutmeg.
Look, Paul,
I got nutmeg.
Paul. You know what, Paul? I'm pretty sure you told me you've done nutmeg. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering.
But like I said, I'm short the meg.
Have you ever had nutmeg in your life, Paul?
I've had nutmeg in my life, yes.
There you go. Thank you. He's done it. He just admitted it here, TJ.
I've had it sprinkled over the top of my eggnog. I didn't smoke it.
So, I asked you did nutmeg, and you said you did.
Do you have to smoke the nutmeg, or do you have to fucking what is it? Is it smokable? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
So the chemical responsible for the high caused by nutmeg is known as myristicin. Myristicin is a compound found naturally in the essential oils of certain plants, such as parsley, dill, and nutmeg. Myristicin is also found in different species. It comprises most of the chemical makeup of nutmeg oil and is found in large amounts in this spice. In the human body, the breakdown of myristicin produces a compound that affects the sympathetic nervous system. Peyote is another well-known plant whose compound mescaline acts in a similar way to myristicin and nutmeg. So both mescaline and myristicin affect the central nervous system by enhancing the neurotransmitter norepinephrine.
Norepinephrine.
Oh, no. Yep. There you go. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Paul with the good pronunciations.
I'm a drug guy. I've done my drugs. I smoked a lot of nutmeg back in the day. I was hiding a deep, abiding nutmeg addiction with my jokes earlier. I don't know if you saw through the tears of the clown, but
I did. I totally did.
I'm on Meg up right now, man. Do you think this is weed I'm smoking right here? I'm on the Meg, man. I've been megging this whole time. Every time I've ever fucking promised that I'd get something done and it didn't get done on time, it was because I was too busy getting megged, man. You just go fucking crazy out your mind on the Meg.
Well, I should really respect that reason, Paul. That's a pretty good reason to have fucked up. You're like, look, guys, I spaced on that episode. I'm sorry.
The Meg. Oh, that's a harsh mistress, but oh man, if you could see the colors that I see.
Some of the side effects you get from taking this, of course, are hallucinations. Paul,
what the fuck was that?
Crazy dizziness. A little dizzy there, Paul. How you feeling? Doesn't look very steady. Nausea. Feel nauseous?
Hold up. I'm okay.
All right. And more. So Paul could be having symptoms we don't even know
my
about.
balls fucking itch. Oh, Jesus. They never itch like this. What the fuck is that? Sorry.
Can't trust them. That's all good, man. It's all good. Sadly, guys, research on nutmeg intoxication.
It's another side effect that nobody knows about the nutmeg. I get the bleep blorps. Bleep, blorp.
Oh, shit, he's blorping. I mean, bleeping is not a big deal, but I don't know about that blorping, man. That's fucking pretty fucked up.
You all right there, Paul? Does the Meg hit you a little hard?
I'm all megged up.
He's fine, man. He's fine. He's going to be fine. So there's not we don't know too much about people getting fucked up on nutmeg, but there are a handful of studies.
Right there in the kitchen, like all you got to do to fucking, if you're curious about it, is like go to your kitchen and fucking get some nutmeg and be like, oh shit, it fucks you up, crazy. Then you know, it's not even hard to research.
Well, I mean scientific research, DJ. We're not talking about TJ research.
Oh, gotcha.
The first claims of nutmeg intoxication date back to the 1500s after a pregnant woman who had eaten more than 10 nutmeg nuts. So I guess, I don't know.
She had a weird craving for nutmeg, I guess, because she's pregnant or whatever.
Yeah. And then she ate 10 of the nutmeg nuts and she got really fucking high. Obviously apocryphal. Who knows? It wasn't until the 19th century that research began to investigate the effects of myristicin from nutmeg on the central nervous system. In one case report, an 18-year-old female complained of nausea, dizziness, heart palpitations, and dry mouth, among other symptoms. JF had all these other symptoms doing something else, too. Although she didn't report any hallucinations, she did mention feeling as if she was in a trance-like state.
Cool. I like trance
with the universe. It was later revealed. So, TJ, if you want to know how much she took, it was later revealed that she had consumed almost 50 grams of nutmeg in the form of a milkshake, roughly 30 minutes before her symptoms began. So, you look, a very pleasant way to do it. You guys can go to Baskin Robbins, or you can make one at home, wherever you want to do it. Make yourself a milkshake of whatever your favorite flavor of ice cream is, if you like ice cream.
So all you have to do to get high on nutmeg is eat a bunch of nutmeg. Then you don't even have to fucking smoke it or like inject it or none of that shit. You just gotta eat it. Nutmeg, right?
50 grams is quite a bit of nutmeg, though.
Whoa!
Right.
Whoa! I just went into a nutmeg trance there for a minute. What are we doing? Are we still recording?
Did you astral project, Paul?
I drooled a little bit. What happened? Oh yeah, I did. I projected. Well, you can astral project on nutmeg, but you can only go to one place. Of course, the North Pole. So I visited Santa. I said, "What's up?" You know what I mean? I astral projected up there, and I looked at the workshop and all that.
Cool.
Yep.
I'm not surprised. In a more recent case study, a 37-year-old female found herself experiencing the symptoms of myristicin intoxication after consuming only 2 teaspoons, roughly 10 grams, of nutmeg. Her symptoms also included dizziness, confusion, grogginess, and extremely dry mouth. I mean, it's not so bad to get high, right? I mean, I bet you guys have experienced this. You guys gotten so high you were dizzy? Probably.
Sure.
Confused? Definitely.
Sure.
Groggy? Extremely dry mouth? I mean, cotton mouth is a real thing.
Oh, yeah, it is real.
That is a real fucking thing. In both case studies, the symptoms occurred within hours and lingered for roughly 10 hours. 10 hours of being high off nutmeg.
Damn.
Both individuals were released after observation and made a full recovery.
So it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt them at all. They were just fine.
Well,
Everybody was
although these cases seem rare, a review of the literature trusted source from the Illinois Poison Center over a 10-year period revealed over 30 documented cases of nutmeg poisoning. An analysis of the data investigated both intentional and unintentional exposures, as well as drug interactions leading to toxicity. The investigation revealed that almost 50% of the cases were intentional, with only 17 being unintentional exposures, which I kind of wonder how you had that much nutmeg. But
yeah, that's a lot of. How do you unintentionally take like that much nutmeg? How do you accidentally consume that much nutmeg?
I guess it's probably people who are like really love the taste of nutmeg and don't really know it's going to have this effect, and then put like a shit ton on something. Like, oh man, I'm going to make like a nutmeg milkshake or like some nutmeg hot chocolate or some shit.
And they dump a whole bunch in. They're like, whoa.
And then they're like, yeah, this is going to be fucking delicious. And like, oh, I love the taste of nutmeg. And then the next thing you know, it's like, whoa, what the fuck?
It also said most of the people that had these unintentional exposures were under the age of 13. So probably pretty young. And
so they're like kids and they didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, maybe they fucking got into the spice cabinet or something.
Their parents probably freaked out and like took them to the hospital and shit. Yeah, so fuck that, dude. Dude, I'll make it up. Because like all those things that were described there were just like basically what being high feels like. So dizzy, slightly confused.
Yeah,
but it lasts longer.
Yeah, but the most common symptoms, Paul, no need to worry. And 10-year review included hallucinations. I think you're fine with that. Drowsiness, you're fine with that. Dizziness, I mean, whatever. Sit down. Dry mouth. I mean, come on, we all deal with that all the time. Confusion. Who the fuck isn't confused? This one might be a little more, I mean, whatever. Seizures in 2 cases. I mean, whatever. Seizures. They have
2? I mean, like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, 2 cases of seizures. I mean, who's really worried about that?
Not me.
Respiratory, cardiovascular, and gastric distress. I mean, oh, my heart's racing. Oh, I'm having a hard time breathing. Oh, my stomach hurts. Whatever. Don't be a pussy. You'll be fine.
Yeah, everyone. I mean, I'm fucking whatever. It's fine.
How about the dangers, TJ? The dangers of nutmeg.
It's fine. It's safe. It's nutmeg.
The dangers of nutmeg poison.
It's just the meg, dude. I get megged up all the time, and look at me. I'm fucking fine, dude. I turned out.
Trust the meg. Trust the meg.
Well, nutmeg, TJ. While nutmeg may seem like an easy way to experiment with getting high,
it does.
Myristicin is an incredibly potent and dangerous compound when taken in large amounts. Very dangerous, boy. In addition to the short-term effects of nutmeg intoxication, there are much more dangerous tasks of consuming too much of the spice. In some cases, toxic doses of myristicin have caused organ failure. Think about that. In other cases, nutmeg overdose have been linked to death when used in combination with other drugs.
Wait. They've been linked to death when used in combination with other drugs?
In other cases, nutmeg overdose have been linked to death when used in combination with other drugs. Nutmeg doesn't kill him, TJ.
Wait, what?
Nutmeg doesn't kill him, TJ. Boy, that nutmeg doesn't kill that boy.
I'm pretty sure the other drugs might have. I don't know.
This is like banning. This is like fear mongering about orange juice because somebody fucking drank some with cyanide in it once or some shit.
Yeah, like whatever, dog.
It's like, who cares?
Cyanide and fucking apple seeds.
What other drugs? Like, tell me a few of these other drugs. Cocaine, heroin. Like what were these other drugs when used in combination with other drugs? Dude, I hate the fucking CDC.
And unfortunately, like any other drugs, the dangers of nutmeg overdose can occur no matter what the method of delivery. According to the University of Utah's drug delivery resource, the different methods of ingestion can affect how quickly it takes for the active compound to reach the brain. Inhalation or smoking is one of the fastest methods of delivery.
Hell yeah.
Injecting the drug directly into the vein is the second fastest. The slowest method, of course, is to eat it.
That's true.
I'm smoking. Dude, when I try this later, I'm smoking it.
And
I'm getting all megged up.
Let's be honest, man. No one's gonna do this shit right. I mean, it's fucking nutmeg. Why would you do it? Okay, fuck TikTok. People on TikTok are doing it.
Oh, I can blow up on TikTok by smoking nutmeg? Cool. I'll just pull a trick on them. Like I'll pull a ruse.
I can't believe people on TikTok are getting high off nutmeg. Did we not learn from the cinnamon challenge?
No.
Learn?
What are we?
Of course we didn't learn. What the fuck are you talking about?
What was to be learned from the cinnamon challenge? Other than something that most of us already knew, that humanity is boundless in its stupidity.
I'm waiting for like the battery acid challenge. The challenge where like there's no way to live through it, and like the 500 people that do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink battery acid.
The battery acid challenge.
That was basically the Tide Pod challenge. Like it's not battery acid, but it's just as caustic and fucking like, you know.
It's terrible, dude.
Like people are stupid.
Yeah, we all know what the fucking cinnamon challenge was. You eat a bunch of cinnamon.
Inject liquid cyanide directly into your eyeball challenge.
What was that fake challenge that like 4chan came up with that kids started doing? Like where the end result was you had to kill yourself at the end of it, but it was a bunch of dangerous stuff. Yeah. The whale, blue whale, or some shit, was it?
I don't know. Some kind of elaborate shit where you had to do like a bunch of shit and then kill yourself.
It's like every day you had to do some escalatingly more dangerous thing, and then if you make it till the final day, you have to shoot yourself in the head or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like the blue. I think it was like something about the whale challenge or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
That sounds like 4chan.
Yeah, some 4chan shit.
So the nutmeg challenge was actually
was
actually a hashtag created by TikTok itself, but was done in reference to the soccer move, not the spice. You gotta love shit like that, dude. The nutmeg is a footwork move that requires you to kick a ball between your opponent's legs and catch it on the other side.
Dude, the nutmeg is the spice. Scotty, it's the spice melange, dude.
The spice flow ball.
Even now I can feel it. It's in the air. It's in the water. It's in everything here. Arrakis.
It's the world of Arrakis. Of course, assholes on the internet took the opportunity to fucking hijack it and to share videos of getting high on nutmeg. Because why not? According to the teens,
why they gotta ruin everybody else's fucking fun, dude? See, this is just bullshit.
Why?
Yeah, because this is what happens. Like normal ass adults get megged up and nothing happens, everything's cool. And then all these little fucking like 12-year-olds are like, I want to be an adult too. And they go on TikTok and they get all fucked up on the meg, and then I got to deal with it now.
And TikTok cracked down on this apparently because oops, this video doesn't exist. But there's one here.
Yeah, there's one left. It's still live.
1.2 million views.
Damn.
It's been 4 hours. I don't feel nothing yet. All right, let's see it. Hour 5. Things are starting to get fuzzy and have like a hint of red to them. My stomach hurts, but I don't know. I'm just hungry, or it's the nutmeg doing its thing. She probably just didn't take it. Yeah, this looks fake, dude.
6 hours getting a headache.
Yeah, they didn't ban her because they didn't want to like, you know what I mean, legitimize that fake ass fucking attempt at like, oh, look at me, I took nutmeg, give me attention. I saw that there was a nutmeg video, 1.2 million views. Nutmeg.
I did so much nutmeg, now I'm tripping balls. It's that easy.
Pitiful, dude.
Just show yourself going like, oh, things are getting weird,
course,
man.
We have to end the episode, TJ, with pearl clutching bullshit.
Finally.
Drug counselors warn against smoking nutmeg, guys. And by the way, these stories came out virtually at the same time. This is great. You guys are going to love this.
Well, you go to the grocery store and pick up some spices for your holiday baking. That seems harmless, right?
It does indeed, but maybe you are buying something that kids now are using to get high. Harry Harrison.
Oh, no. Oh, guys.
It's Jankum all over again.
Jankum. I'm surprised you didn't pull the Jankum short story, Scotty.
I almost did, dude. I almost fucking did.
It's such bullshit. Nobody ever huffed Jankum, so
like 3 people might have done it, and there's probably more people did it after seeing the fucking news cover it than ever did it before.
You smell the poo poo, TJ?
It's just a piss and shit in a fucking jar or something.
Let it ferment, right?
And like, yeah, you put it out in the sun to like ferment. You put a balloon on top of it. The balloon fills up.
Yeah,
and then you fucking huff it from the balloon. Like what the fucking weird, you huff the weird gas that goes in the balloon. And it's like, yeah, now you're fucking high, dude, from your shit and piss fumes.
Yeah,
and no one really ever did it. But then the news was like, kids are doing it. You know what I mean?
Well, TJ, the news is about to present you some hardcore evidence. So let's see.
All these news people are horrible.
Already halfway high.
I felt like my head is going to explode.
But what some say
it feels like my head is going to explode. It feels like my head is going to explode.
Dude, I like the exploding head with my own nutmeg.
I'm gonna tell you why I didn't pull any of these videos themselves, because I looked at the videos and it was never clear they were actually smoking nutmeg. It was never like, it's like, oh, I'm high on nutmeg. Oh, I'm fucked up on nutmeg. It's like, this is just someone trying to get attention. That's all this is.
Pay attention to me. I'm on nutmeg.
Speaking of smoking nutmeg, look at Scotty go.
Although I did go to a site of legal highs that said, that nutmeg you could do.
It is.
Said most people have a pretty pleasant experience, but it's not for everybody.
Oh.
Spice to get high.
Kind of gave me like a
feeling. This local college student says she and 4 of her friends smoked the spice to catch a buzz.
Bullshit.
It's a spice found in just about everyone's kitchen, probably yours.
How old were you when you did?
I wonder how many fucking concerned parents fucking like hid the nutmeg after this stupid story.
Oh, a bunch. A bunch of helicopter moms and dads fucking hid the nutmeg 100%. 100%, dude. After they heard this story, they hid the nutmeg.
Show her face. But wants to help warn you about this newfound high kids now get from a very old spice.
We had a sleepover and we were trying to get marijuana.
But when they couldn't cop, they turned to the internet and then the kitchen cabinet.
We went on Google and we looked up things to smoke that you can use like from your house. So the nutmeg came up and my friend was like, oh, I have nutmeg.
That's right. They found the answer.
This story actually does have some credibility because I can kind of see it going down that way.
Yeah, not only that, but like it also describes the most innocuous thing. They asked her what it did to her and she was like, it gave me like a woozy feeling. And it's like, oh my God, this is a non-issue, a non-event.
I guess I was kind of woozy for a sec.
It's in fact a dangerous narcotic, Paul. A dangerous narcotic.
A dangerous new trend sweeping America.
Online, nutmeg, a simple natural spice.
If nutmeg is seeming popular right now, it's because it's legal, it's cheap.
Police say there's no law against abusing a legal substance, but drug counselor Catherine Jarvie says getting high with nutmeg can be just as dangerous as any narcotic.
Can this be a gateway drug?
Absolutely.
Jarvie
the nutmeg. It can be a gateway drug. The nutmeg. Will your children fall prey to a common household spice?
Dude, you know what? Gateway drug thing. You know what? I always hated it, but I know it took me a while to realize why I hated the whole gateway drug idea. Because it's the idea that most people that abuse hard drugs don't have their parents to blame for raising them in a fucked up environment, and they want to blame the marijuana that the kid got first and claim that it was that led them to fucking abuse marijuana or pills or fucking fentanyl or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like it completely absolves the American parent of any fucking culpability in how fucked up your kid turns out to be. When you look at most drug addicts on the street, most of them suffered profound abuse in their childhood. So it's just like it's a way to dance around a fucking issue. Gateway drug that doesn't exist. You know what a gateway drug is? Any drug. Then alcohol's a gateway drug. Then, right? Oh well, no, actually, no, it isn't. It's fine. Get out of here. Nutmeg is a gateway drug. Get this bitch take whatever fucking credibility, like whatever certificate she's got to let her fucking show up on the news to say this shit, tear that shit fucking up, throw the confetti all over the goddamn place and banish her to the fucking some other society. Get her out of our fucking country. This bitch is a huckster gateway drug. Should parents be worried about their kids smoking nutmeg this holiday season? Oh, yes! Get her out!
Parents shouldn't get hung up on what kids are using to get high with, but instead...
They should be more concerned about the fact that their kids seem hell-bent on getting high.
Oh, shut the fuck up, bitch! Their kids should be concerned about why they're trying to escape the hellish reality that their fucking parents, teachers, and the rest of this godforsaken, upside-down, bottomless pit of greed is putting on them. That's why they want to get high, bitch! Newsflash! Wake up! Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? The kids want to get high because their lives are fucked up. Their parents are fucked up. Their schools are fucked up. Their whole society is fucked up. All the entertainment is fucked up. The shit they're asked to do after school is fucked up. Fuck you for acting like you don't know it and blaming it on the nutmeg, you dumb bitch. It's not the nutmeg. No, your parents should be concerned if their kids are smoking nutmeg. They should be concerned that they're bad parents. Terrible fucking people. They can't raise a kid.
You know what, Paul? You know what, Paul? That was a great speech. It was a great rant. I commend you for it, but I'm afraid you're about to be checkmated.
Did it with whose house it was at. Actually, she just ended up trying more and more and more, and her life is a mess now.
I hope you guys...
Paul, her friend who tried it, more and more and more and more and more. Just
nutmeg destroyed my life.
It's over, Paul.
Nutmeg destroyed my life. It seemed like such a harmless kitchen spice, but no. Done it, dude. Once I smoked the nutmeg once, I just couldn't get enough, and then the next thing I know, my life was in shambles. Dude. My relationships destroyed, my friends, my family, my church, all of it gone. Fuck you, nutmeg! No!
I've heard some shit in my day. Dude, but I've never in my fucking life ever been talking about someone who was a fuck up, like a family fuck up or someone else's family fuck up, and be like, oh man, you know what? It was just crazy.
Can you imagine that shit in prison? Like, so man, what's your story, man? How did you get started on all this shit? Well, like a lot of, you know what I mean? Like a lot of you, I started on the meg, you know. I started hitting that nutmeg real early, like 13, 14. And man, I swear to God, I got a head change off that shit. I had a meg habit for a while. What else? What other cavalcade of failure do you have for us here, Scotty? Nutmeg fucking fear mongering. I've never seen anything worse in my life.
I know.
This is more, right? This is more nutmeg fear mongering.
Health alert! Kids getting high off nutmeg.
Oh no! Turn it up, Scotty.
And I'm smoking some nutmeg.
You heard him right. Nutmeg. Teenagers are now using this common spice as a cheap homemade holiday high. Good evening.
Oh no!
A cheap homemade holiday high.
A cheap homemade holiday high.
And you know what, dude? This guy probably boofed like fucking 2 or 3 grams of cocaine out of his male fucking lover's asshole right before he went on stage today, dude. He probably fucking snooted fucking a big line off of a stripper's fucking back last night, showed up to fucking work the next day, and now he's here fear-mongering about your kids smoking nutmeg, dude. Look at this guy up here is a way more of a danger to your kids. This dude on the news is way more of a danger to your kids than your fucking nutmeg. Dude, see, this is what I'm talking about. People are filled with fear about the wrong things. You know what this news story should be about? Breaking news. The entire planet is on fire. Everything's fucking going to shit. All the species are disappearing. All the arable land is being fucking tilled under. All the water is fucking evaporating. And all the air is becoming unbreathable. Instead, it's like, nutmeg. Your kid might get a head change off of some nutmeg. That and some more important news later. Oh, my God. Kill me now, dude. I don't want to live here no more.
Wendy has the night off. Or Scott Draper.
She took too much nutmeg.
Yeah, Wendy's on a nutmeg bender,
Wendy
dude.
was found high on nutmeg.
Wendy has a nutmeg hangover and could not make it today.
Oh, this fucking Meg, man. This Meg, it fucks your mind.
This nutmeg high works and what parents need to be on the lookout for. Scott?
Aren't all these fucking Scott Draper, dude? Aren't all these fucking nutmeg fucking stories?
Dude, I wouldn't buy a 50-cent stick of fucking bubble gum from this dude. Look at him.
No, just watch how they fucking do this fucking. The next few seconds here are hilarious. Just watch this.
That's right, Jameson. Kids are actually going to the extremes of using this spice to get high. Now, you find nutmeg in all sorts of holiday treats like pumpkin pie.
You know, as soon as this fucking and we're clear, he was like, "Oh God, give me that pie! Give me that number!" Oh man, he was eyeballing. You know, he ate it. You know, Scott Draper ate that pie.
Yeah, you know how I know Scott Draper ate that pie? Because if I was Scott Draper, I would have ate that pie.
Let me ask you a question, because this fucking, you can tell it's letterbox, so this probably happened like fucking 20 years ago. So let's just, or 15 years ago, or 10 years ago, or whatever it is. So it's 10 years, right? So let's say the devil appears to you tonight, right? And he's like, "You must choose, Scotty. You must choose, TJ. Did Scott Draper consume the pie as soon as rap was called on this news story or not? Your life is forfeit if you choose incorrectly." What would you choose?
Yeah, he did. Not only did he eat that pie, he fucking drank most of that eggnog too.
Oh, he washed it down with the eggnog, all of it.
Yes, he did.
Let me tell you what happened. He ate that entire fucking pie in about 5 minutes. And then he's like, you know what? I could just chug this eggnog out of this carton, but no, I'm going to fucking slurp this up like a cat. And he fucking dumps all the eggnog into the fucking bowl, and he's like,
into the pie tin, into the
empty
pie tin.
Into the fucking tin,
and you know what? Before he did it, he opened up that nutmeg. He's like, "Fuck it!" He just dumped the whole fucking thing of nutmeg onto it. Just like, yeah,
got all fucking woozy.
It is.
He's like, I'm gonna have some weird fucking dreams tonight.
Dude,
I'll tell you that much.
I know Scott Draper, as soon as they were like, "And we're clear," he was like, "So, is anybody taking the pie, or can I? Would it be okay? My kids love it. You know, my kids love it."
If anybody says that they want any pie, he's like, "Yeah, I'm
my kids would like that.
If my kids weren't so fond of eggnog and pie, I would be more generous. But you know, they would be so disappointed if I didn't bring a whole pie home to them."
How many kids does he have? None.
He ate them all. He ate them all years ago. Baked them all into pumpkin pies.
Now, yeah. He ate his children.
His wife is like, "Now watch the baby while I go to get the formula." He's like, "Yeah, no problem, baby." She's like, "Sorry, I've done it again, baby."
What do you not to do?
Not another one, Scott.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
I keep telling you, babies are not pumpkin pies, but they're both so sweet.
They have nutmeg in them.
What are we doing?
I took too much. I took a lot of nutmeg before the show. I don't know
the nutmeg's really catching up with me now, man.
Very sick.
Dude, why didn't they just fucking have like a devil sting right there?
Wait, 1 second. 1 second, dude. I will find the Inception music.
Yeah, get the blah from Inception.
I
want to hear the Inception blah when that nutmeg come up. Blah, blah. You know, that's what I want to fucking see. Get the blah, Scotty.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah, that's the
Get
song.
the blah.
You just got to find the blah.
You gotta get the blah alone, Scotty. Just fucking type in Inception blah.
Okay, I'll just do that, dude.
Just do it. I swear it'll be there.
It probably will be. TJ's right. It probably will be.
Yeah, just Inception blah. I found it already.
Here, I found. Oh, you found it?
Yeah, go ahead and play it, dude. Play that shit. Yeah.
Oh, it's only 4 seconds. Come on, I need longer than that.
Well,
you gotta keep. Okay, so you gotta go back in this article, and then right when nutmeg comes up, you gotta play that shit. That's what's really gotta happen.
Nutmeg. Why are we trying to create a Vic Berger edit of this? On the fly. This is not a good idea. This is bad.
If Scotty was confident, I mean, you could do it. Fucking come on, Scotty. Just fucking track back in the video, and then as soon as the nutmeg pops up, you got to fucking press that blom, man. In fact, you got to anticipate it by like half a second.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Okay, just making sure.
All right, nail it, Scotty. You got this. I believe in you.
Very sick. The idea of using this.
I mean, wasn't perfectly timed, but I got it.
Bullshit.
If you look on YouTube, eggnog, but if consumed in high doses.
No, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this fucking ready.
It's got to be started from the beginning. That sounded like you started halfway through the bois, dude. That was not good.
You got it. There's a lot of timing that fucking involved here.
I know. I gotta make sure everything's good.
Yeah, that's
damn
what
it.
we need.
No, that's not the one I wanted to play.
That's the one we need.
To make you very sick.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, see, you fucking played it from the middle again. What the fuck?
Almost sounds like a joke.
Damn, Scotty.
Scotty no Gotti.
There are videos of kids doing
You ain't got it. Ain't got it, Scotty.
Dude, send me this link and I'll hit the post. Send me this link. Send me the link to this shit. I'll share screens and I'll hit the nutmeg post. What around what time is it? 6:30 something? Dude, I'll do it. I swear to God.
Eggnog, but if consumed in high doses, it can make you very sick.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Come on.
That was pretty good. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't to the microsecond.
It was pretty close, but I mean, it's hard to do, honestly.
The ball was a little delayed, I must say.
No, dude, the ball hit right when it fucking gets because the ball winds up.
It was
goes.
like half a second. It was half a
I don't
second.
know. I feel
It
like
was
it was
not even half a second. It was not even half a second. It was not even half a second. It was not even half a
They can
second.
rewind the
We will
tape.
let
They
the
can rewind the
people
tape and
decide.
see.
Let the people decide. That ball was perfect. It was perfectly timed, dude. It was
Is that
perfect.
a
what?
deep fat fried, Scotty? Are we done here? Can we go? Can I
Yeah,
go?
That's all I got about weird ways to get high. There's plenty more on the table. I'll tell you what, I left some serious shit on the bone here because I'll be honest with you, the shit I discovered on this episode that didn't even make the cut is pretty crazy. So if you like it, part 2 is very easy to make.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Deep fat fried. Deep fat fried.